Channel 69 Sports presents the PIAA State 3A Championship High School Football Game. Central Catholic Vikings against the Cougars of Blackhawk. Hello everybody, I'm Jim Brinson, Channel 69 Sports Director. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. We think we have a dandy matchup for you. Let us take you live right now to Altoona and show you exactly what the weather conditions are. It is blowing, blustery, and very cold. 23 degrees, wind chill factor of -3 as Blackhawk and Central Catholic prepare for this afternoon's State 3A Championship game. As always, my tag team partner with me is Doug Wright. We've got a dandy today.
And after hearing that weather forecast, I'm glad we're inside here out in Altoona, but we should have a good view of the football game. The weather, just one thing Central Catholic has to worry about today. Of course, last week the Vikings knocked off Berwick, the defending national champion high school football team. But would the Vikings have a letdown this week? Head coach Jim Morgan's tried to prevent against that all week long in practice.
Allentown Central Catholic, the Class 3A, Eastern Pennsylvania football champions. The celebration is on.
It was a victory they'll remember the rest of their lives, but strangely, it's also one they're trying to forget.
Red 89, Sally at 3 on 3, ready?
The Vikings went right back to work this week. Coach Jim Morgan's trying to keep his team focused on Blackhawk with a state title on the line.
That's a real concern of ours. You know, we're really on top of the kids this week, and we're telling them that the worst thing that we could do is to leave the season up at Lackawanna County Stadium.
That game's over. We're not worried about that game anymore. That was just the one-moment game. It's not done. We have one more game to go to win the state championship. We're not worried about that. Just worried about Blackhawk.
And then there's the hype. A pep rally at the school, packed Rockney Hall. The Vikings are dealing with a newfound celebrity status.
It's real exciting, you know, you feel the buzz walking around the halls through the school day. But, you know, everyone's, you know, talking to us about it and, you know, giving us a lot of support. But on here, we just try to concentrate down on the field that it's just another game. We got to go out and win and take care of business.
It's just great. It's a great feeling. Everybody's all hyped up. You got to get hyped up, too.
Central Catholic High School has won state championships, but never before in football. A victory on Saturday over Blackhawk would bring the Vikings their first. It would also mean the world to all of these players.
I think it would mean a lot because we've never had one. So, state championship in football. So, you know, it'd be great to have one. Great.
I mean, if you would have told me my freshman year that your senior season you're gonna have a chance to win a state championship, that I wouldn't have believed that at all. But you know, here we are, and it would mean the entire world to me to win this thing on Saturday. And this whole team has the same attitude like that, and we're going to do everything in our strength in order to win this thing.
You know, Jim, you shouldn't worry about a letdown if you're a Central Catholic fan. You can hear from those players. They're fired up about this. This is a state championship. This is what you play for. Who cares what happened last week?
That's exactly right. It's sort of like, whoop, here we are.
Yeah,
and
right.
Here Doug and I are in the studio where it's nice and warm. We're going to take you out to the stadium in just a few moments. But when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you right after this.
Get out of the cold and head for the fun with Fling Vacations Winter Values. The tiny Dutch island of Aruba welcomes you with the gifts of lazy days and dazzling nights on your next Aruba Fling vacation. Renowned for its pristine underwater playground, a Cayman Islands fling virtually defines relaxation the world over. Let your cares melt away on a St. Martin fling where you'll find the best of France and the Netherlands with a unique Caribbean twist. See your travel agent for our 25th anniversary specials. And remember, a fling vacation is fun.
This holiday season, give the gift that really does keep on giving. The Lehigh Valley's all-new and expanded dining and recreation discount book, Dynamite 94. Dynamite offers hundreds of buy one, get one free offers on everything from fine dining to your favorite fast foods. The travel section has half-off hotel rooms and savings up to $150 when you fly U.S. Air. It's the perfect holiday gift. For guaranteed Christmas delivery, call 1-800-248-DINE or send $25 to 2200 Hamilton Street, Allentown, 18104. Order today.
Channel 69's coverage of this state championship football game between Central Catholic and Blackhawk High School is being brought to you by these sponsors. Proud supporters of all Lehigh Valley football teams.
Meridian Asset Management congratulates the Allentown Central Catholic football team, winners of the Pennsylvania Class AAA Eastern Championships. We wish the Vikings the best in this state championship game. We're rooting for you. Remember, whatever it takes.
Once again, you're looking at a live picture from Altoona as they're getting ready for the coin flip and the indication of whom will kick off and who will receive. And right now, the officials setting up everybody. And there you have it. We are only a few moments away from the start of the State 3A Championship game. Welcome back to our Channel 69 Sports Studio. Let's now check out the starting lineups for both teams today. Let's talk a little bit first about the offensive sets here that we're going to get from Central Catholic, Doug.
A lot of big play people on that offensive set there. Tim Cramsey, the quarterback, of course, you got to look out for. Sean Fogarty starting at fullback, but don't forget about Fran Volpe, who was the hero in that win over Berwick.
All right, then we'll move right along now to the offensive line, and it is a dandy offensive line anchored by Jim Morgans.
These guys really blew Berwick off the football last week. They'll need a similar effort today.
All right, let's move quickly now to the defensive front as you check it out right there from Blackhawk.
Well, we've heard the Cougars have a lot of size and strength, and it'll be a real challenge for the Vikings today.
Also now, offensively for Blackhawk, or rather their defensive backs right now for Blackhawk.
Well, those guys are going to be tested by Tim Cramsey. He may have to throw more this week than he did last week.
Okay, offensively now, we'll check out Blackhawk for you right here, and Jeff Weaver is the key guy here.
He is. He's a very solid quarterback, but they play a lot of smash-mouth football, so watch out for the fullback Jeremy Myers and the tailback Tim McGraw, who does have some speed.
Okay, and now the offensive line, they also with pretty good size up front.
Oh, yeah, I mentioned they play smash-mouth football. Central Catholic, more of a speed defensive team. It'll be an interesting matchup to see which prevails, the speed or the size today.
All right, now we've talked about Central Catholic's offense and what they can do, but it's been their defense which has really keyed them throughout the year.
Everyone's been saying the defense really won the game against Berwick last week. Mark Lapadula had an amazing game. He was all over the field. Harold Fairclaw is a very hard-nosed linebacker. They'll need a big game out of him today.
And the defensive alignment right here.
Brian Seagreaves is an outstanding first-team East Penn Conference cornerback. He's had a great season, also very tough on special teams. Nate Davidson may be their best cover guy at cornerback. And, of course, everybody knows about Jose Delgado, what he can do on offense. He can be a tough defensive player as well with all his speed.
Are you ready for this one?
Should be great.
All right. We're going to go to it right now as we get ready for some football, everybody. And we're going to take you now to the PIAA feed. And the announcers are Jed Donahoe and Mark Suey.
60 points, so a very good defense will be displayed by the Blackhawk Cougars this afternoon at Altoona's Mansion Park. And we talked about the skill people of Allentown Central Catholic. We welcome the people from Allentown joining us now.
Looking at their Vikings, very fine year. The coaching staff, we were talking to them earlier, WFMZ in Allentown. As you look at the white uniforms of Blackhawk, their kicker, and he's a good one. Dustin Levenger, he won a game a week ago with a 32-yard field goal. He's a soccer player, and we are underway in the boys' AAA final. Rashawn Drayton will let it drop into the end zone, and Allentown Central Catholic will go on offense here with it first down and 10 at their own 20.
Yeah, you mentioned Dustin Levenger, who just kicked off the ball for Blackhawk. He won the game last week as Blackhawk advanced to the AAA final here in Altoona by defeating Greenville 9-6. Greenville didn't play a particularly good ball game. 5 fumbles. They lost 3 of them, but it was Levenger's 20-yard field goal with just over 7:30 remaining. That was the difference, and that's why Blackhawk's here this afternoon.
Tim Cramsey, the quarterback, 6'3", 210-pounder, and he is a good one. Allentown with a sensational running game. Handoff going to be the first man through. This is going to be, looks like Delgado, and Delgado is stacked up at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, and that is all.
Sean Fogarty,
the big fullback, only a couple of carries a week ago in their 13-8 win over Berwick.
Yeah, Sean Fogarty, just 3 carries for 20 yards last week against Berwick, but Fran Volpe did most of the work, gaining over 100 yards against a tough Berwick defense and scoring the decisive touchdown from 40 yards out.
Wing T on offense. Play action. Cramsey looking back into the pocket, has plenty of time. Now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Cramsey getting positive yardage across the 30. Still alive and has a first down to the 37-yard line. Good nifty run by Cramsey. The pocket collapsed around him, but he's 6'3", 210 mark, and he stayed on his feet well.
Oh, that's right. Jim Cramsey here. You're going to see it from field level. Cramsey starting to roll right, and then the pocket collapses very quickly. So just his athleticism and his good football vision, he takes it upfield, finds a hole, and picks up first down yardage. It'll be 1st and 10 for Allentown Central Catholic at their own 39-yard line.
Damian Coleman had run a post pattern. He is the motion man moving to the top of your screen right now. Full house stacked behind Cramsey. Handoff. This is going to be Jose Delgado, and he's got positive yardage across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Delgado coming to this game 1,061 yards total and 18 touchdowns, and he's a good one tackle to tackle.
18 touchdowns here. You're seeing Delgado from field level, cutting through the line of scrimmage, getting some positive yardage. Delgado, 18 touchdowns this year. He is the leading scorer in Allentown Central Catholic football history. Jose Delgado, he is a good one.
Damian Coleman will line up to the short side. He's going to draw single coverage from Mike Montiani of Blackhawk. Quick handoff goes to the fullback this time. That's going to be Fogarty, and he's got maybe a yard or two before he is hit and stacked up. Front wall for Blackhawk, and they're all good. Mark Weiss is the big fella. He is the tackle, 6'3", 290 pounds, and he takes up a lot of space in the tackle area.
Yeah, he sure does. Mark Weiss, he's going to be tough to move off the ball this afternoon for Allentown Central Catholic. As you said, 290 pounds, and he's got a lot of skill as well. Mark Weiss is one to watch on the Blackhawk side of the ball when they're on defense.
Allentown Central Catholic facing 3rd down and 1 now at their own 48-yard line. Handoff, first down and a lot more. This is Rashawn Drayton, and he's into Blackhawk territory all the way down to the 43-yard line. Gain on that play of 7 or 8 yards. And again, you look at the coffee quick feet of Rashawn Drayton as he explodes right over center.
Yeah, he sure did. Rashawn Drayton will probably go over 1,000 yards for the year in this ball game. He's got 950 there. He finds a nice hole, makes a nice cut to the left, and picks up the first down for Allentown Central Catholic. Opening possession of the ball game. 9:36 to go, quarter number 1. We are scoreless, of course. 1st and 10 for Allentown Central Catholic, and they are inside Blackhawk territory at the 42-yard line.
Gian Domenico was the man at the right guard spot who blew that one open. 1st and 10 at the 42. Just getting started here at Mansion Park in Altoona. Still scoreless, boys, AAA final. You're going to see a lot of different type of motions with this wing T offense. This is going to be the big fullback again, Fogarty, and he's going to be hit and dropped. Grabbing an ankle that time for Blackhawk. Big Eric Davis, 5'11", 190-pound senior. We're going to call his name all afternoon long. He just makes plays, and that time he shows you why, grabbing an ankle.
Yeah, that was good play defensively from Blackhawk. You mentioned the multiple men in motion that the wing T of Allentown Central Catholic runs. You will see that this afternoon, and that requires excellent execution from the skill people, and they get that at Allentown Central Catholic. It's not an easy offense to run or teach. The coaching staff has done a great job with it at Allentown Central Catholic, and they run it to perfection.
Gain of only a yard that time. Multiple motion, Rashawn Drayton, big hole up the middle. Drayton's got the 30, bangs forward, and he's got another first down for Allentown Central Catholic. Gain of 10, Rashawn Drayton explodes right over the center. And again, you're talking positive yards here. The hole wide open.
Yeah, wide open on the right side here as Rashawn Drayton hits that hole. Guard and tackle on the right side of the line just opened up a huge hole. Rashawn Drayton got into the defensive backfield for a big gainer. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Again, Gian Domenico blew it open. Gian Domenico only 5'9", 205. Multiple motion again. That's going to be Rashawn Drayton. They're dialing him, trying to get to the outside. Drayton, 25, has 5, has maybe 10 to the 20-yard line, close to another first down. 8:14 to go, and again, Allentown Central Catholic pounding behind their offensive line in this opening series.
Yeah, the offensive line of Jerry Wells and Jim Morgans. These guys just open up a nice hole. Good kick-out block there by number 66, Jim Morgans. Good straight on by Rashawn Drayton. And he continues upward, and he's finally brought down, but not before acquiring another first down for Allentown Central Catholic. Impressive drive thus far for the Vikings.
1st and 10, the ball at the Blackhawk 19-yard line. Motion man is Jose Delgado. First carry of the day for Fran Volpe, backup fullback, and boy, has he had some big moments. He's missed 6 games this year with a fractured ankle, but Volpe 106 yards a week ago against Berwick, 428 total on the year.
Yeah, Fran Volpe in a big touchdown run from 40 yards out against Berwick, which was the decisive touchdown in that particular ball game at Lackawanna County Stadium last week. Fran Volpe with his first carry of the afternoon.
That could be key, too. How many fresh legs can you bring into the football game all afternoon long? Right now, multiple formations. Again, we mentioned you'll see that with a wing T. Cramsey looking, going to give it off Rashawn Drayton again. Drayton going to be strung out, no gain at all. Montani, 5'8" cornerback, making the play that time. He's a senior, 165 pounds. He's going to be number 7 in white, and you're going to see this again. And you can really see them string out the run and key on Drayton here.
Oh, yeah. Jim Morgans was out there in front of Rashawn Drayton. You see number 66 and number 60 for Allentown Central Catholic. They made the kick-out blocks, but the linebackers pursued so very quickly for Blackhawk. We're talking about Greg Bloom, Jeremy Myers, and, of course, Montani, and they closed on the play. Good defensive effort from Blackhawk.
Big down in this first drive, 6:55. We are 3rd and 8 now at the Blackhawks' 17-yard line. Cramsey, play action, looking, shovel pass, ball is loose. They give it back to Cramsey, and all of a sudden he's just going to get swallowed at the 23-yard line. Leading the way again was Eric Davis with help from his friends, and the Blackhawk defense comes up big.
Yeah, they sure did. It was a little quick shuttle pass. There you're seeing the quarterback, Tim Cramsey, the shuttle pass, and it bounces right off the chest of Jose Delgado. Luckily for Allentown Central Catholic, bounced right back to the quarterback, Tim Cramsey. But he was sacked almost immediately. 6:17 to go, quarter number 1. It'll be 4th and 13 for Allentown Central Catholic. And in that they're staring into the teeth of a fierce wind, they're going to go for it on 4th and 13 from the 22.
Damian Coleman is off your screen. He's one of their top wide receivers. In motion, Cramsey back, looking, has time, has all day. Stepping back into his 30, looks into the end zone, throws, Montiani has it tipped and dropped. Almost caught back on the way through by Delgado for a touchdown, but it falls incomplete. Boy, that ball saw a lot of hands in the end zone, and again, you can see the effect of the wind. That ball just sailed and died at the end.
Yeah, that is a great point. Here, you're going to see Cramsey fade back, and he's got all the time in the world. He's looking. He's got the end zone flooded with receivers.
There you see Delgado almost got the tip.
Yeah, he almost did. He snatched it up right off the turf.
Timeout on the field, 5:54 to go. We're in the opening quarter. Allentown Central Catholic hits it all the way down to the Blackhawks 17 and comes up empty-handed. PIAA football back in Altoona with more after this.
See all you want to see. Turn on Service Electric Cable TV. We were the first to lead the way. The pioneering spirit is still with us today. Channel after channel, we bring you more. More of what you want to see is on Service Electric Cable TV.
Face your future with today's choice, Northampton Community College. A medical laboratory technology program at Northampton Community College prepares professionals to perform and evaluate scientific tests.
Not only am I assured of a good career, but I'll be filling a vital link in the medical world.
Face your future with today's choice.
In Altoona, still scoreless. Blackhawk going to run their first play on offense. And again, Allentown Central Catholic all the way down to the Cougars' 17-yard line, only to come up empty-handed.
Yeah, it was a 58-yard drive. Shoots 6:06 off the clock. 12 plays, no points.
This Jeff Weaver going to hand off to the big fullback on the first man through. That's going to be Jeremy Myers, and he is a good one. Myers has excellent numbers on the year, 20 touchdowns. And on the ground this year, Myers with 684 yards. As you see him there going tackle to tackle, Mark, he is going to be a load in this cold weather.
Yeah, Jeremy Myers, he's their touchdown machine. 20 touchdowns, as you mentioned. Another guy to look for is Tim McGraw. He, of course, is a 1,000-yard rusher, 9 touchdowns. He's the counterpart of Allentown's Jose Delgado.
Handoff again going to be Myers. He has nowhere to hide as Todd Worley leads the way for Allentown Central Catholic. The green and white defensively, really, they feel confident of stopping the run.
Watch this here. Todd Worley and the guys up front just stand up Blackhawks offensive lineman at the line of scrimmage. And there's Worley, number 65, to close the door on that particular run.
Also there was Joe Ganal, 6'2", 200-pounder. Third down and 6 now. Ball at the Blackhawk 27-yard line. Jeff Weaver, he's an excellent thrower. They show going to be McGraw right up the middle. McGraw's got a first down, still churning to the 34-yard line. Well, McGraw is a tough kid, 5'9", 175-pounder, and he never stops keeping his feet moving.
No, he doesn't. 1,174 yards gained throughout this season. Blackhawks Tom McGraw, there you see him cut through the line of scrimmage. Took a pretty good pop from the linebacker, but kept going for another 3 yards before he's finally brought down. 4:30 and counting. No score in this ball game. Allentown Central Catholic marched 58 yards and stopped at the 23-yard line. This is Blackhawks' first possession of the ball game.
Fullback Jeremy Myers, the motion man right now is going to be Sean Taylor. Weaver drops, throws, incomplete. Ball's going to be really tough to catch. Mark DeRose, 5'9", 155-pound senior, the intended receiver. Again, you talk about throwing in this cold. We'll go down to the sidelines here momentarily with Bill Richardson and see exactly what field conditions are. But again, Mark, catching the ball is going to be tough.
Yeah, we were watching the players in warm-ups, and keep in mind, these are very, very good high school football players, and a lot of the receivers were dropping the balls, very catchable passes from their quarterbacks in the warm-up. So the weather will certainly have effect on the passing game today.
Looking at Jeff Weaver as he brings his team to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, 4:12 to go. In motion goes Shillaju for Blackhawk. Pitch back goes McGraw. He's got a hold of the outside 35 and tripped over his own man, the quarterback, Jeff Weaver. Otherwise, he had the corner. Gain of 3, but it could have been a lot more.
What a great kick-out block here from number 79, Mark Weiss. Look at that block. That really sprung McGraw
over his own man. There was nobody around him.
Yeah, Jeff Weaver, the quarterback, trying to get in front of his ball carrier to give him a block or something, and ended up bringing him down, tripping him up.
Mike Sullivan is on. He's a wide receiver. Also into the ball game now. Mark DeRose, 3rd and 6 at the 38-yard line. 3:35 and counted to go in the opening quarter. Boys AAA final. Back goes Weaver. Little draw play goes out to McGraw, and he's got nowhere to go. Had to jump over his own man, and then the pursuit caught him from there. In on the stop for Allentown that time. Going to be Mark Lapadula. We'll call that name all day long. 6'3", 245-pound junior, and he is a dandy.
Yeah, here you look at the quick draw play, and there's a big pile in front of McGraw, and he tries to hurdle it. Just couldn't get the feet over the bodies, and he's brought down for a gain, only about 3. It'll be 4th and 6 for Blackhawk. Obvious punting situation from their own 38-yard line.
DeRose to punt, drops the football. He's going to be in trouble, and he's sacked all the way back at the 23-yard line. Kicking game could be a problem today, and right there, the first turnover in special teams gives Allentown Central Catholic first down and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Yeah. Let's go to the sidelines with Bill. Okay, let's check this first before we go to the side. And again, that ball is tough to handle, Mark.
Well, we mentioned the difficulty in catching passes. Well, a deep snap, trying to catch a deep snap is like trying to catch a pass. And that time, the ball was fired back very quickly by the deep snapper, and it went off the hands of the punter. Plainly put, it was dropped. Turnover on the part of Blackhawk.
Handoff. Second man through to the outside. Jose Delgado, 10. Delgado still churning all the way down to the 6-yard line. And a gain of 14 or 15 yards. Jose Delgado. Allentown Central Catholic back on the doorstep again, officially at the Blackhawk 6-yard line. Let's go down to the sidelines and our Bill Richardson. Bill, very cold. Wind chill of 2 below, but the field relatively quick.
It is, Chad, and the big problem that they're having down here is the ball's like a brick when you're trying to come through. It's very cold, and there's not much you can do. We'll talk more about it as the play goes on.
Tim Cramsey, handoff, Rashawn Drayton. Drayton cuts up the middle. Drayton still going and gets to the 2-yard line, where he's going to be hit and dropped by Montani again. Also in on the stop, big Eric Davis up front for Blackhawk. And Greg Bloom is in on the stop, 5'10", 175-pound senior. There you see power of Rashawn Drayton. He's running right tackle to tackle, and that offensive line surge for Allentown Central Catholic has been splendid here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, it sure has. They're standing up the Blackhawk defenders at the line of scrimmage, enabling Delgado and Drayton to get into the secondary. you're going to get a lot of positive yardage if that continues to happen.
Handoff goes Delgado. Delgado walks in. Touchdown, Allentown Central Catholic. The Vikings draw first blood. 1:49 left in the opening quarter. The fumbled punt gets it done for them as they start on the 16-yard line and walk in from there.
Well, this time they run to the left side. George Hogan, Todd Worley, those guys on the left side of the offensive line really clearing a nice hole for Delgado, and he walks into the end zone virtually untouched. Allentown Central Catholic jumps on top 6-0.
Brian Kozak, a senior, is on for the conversion. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it wide to the right. That could be a tough miss before the day is done. And again, kicking the football. Let's go back to Bill Richardson on the side. And Bill, it is really uncomfortable out. If you're standing around, it might be easier to be a player simply because you're moving around, but the conditions are tough.
Absolutely, Chad. And even if you are moving around in that sense, it's not good. The fingertips, I'm wearing gloves, and the fact is it's still very, very cold. And we're seeing them use these little packets that you break the packet, and then it actually creates a warming trend in this thing. You try to hold on your hands, but it's not making a lot of difference in that case. It's just going to be very hard to keep your hands on the ball today because it's just so cold.
And Allentown Central Catholic now getting the lead. Statistics from the drive are in, I believe, Mark.
Yeah, 3-play drive, 24 yards, and it took Allentown Central Catholic just a minute and 1 second. Here you go. Jose Delgado taking the handoff. Look at the offensive line surge on that left side. Jose Delgado goes into the end zone untouched. Allentown Central Catholic goes out in front, 6-0 over Blackhawk. 1:49 left to go in this first quarter of play from Altoona's Mansion Park.
Todd Worley, George Hogan, Giandomenico, Jerry Wells, and Jim Moranis blowing it wide open, and they have dominated this opening quarter. We have 1:49 left. 6-0. Vikings kicking it onto the ground. Ball squirts free, and it is picked up by Chad Wisner. Wisner trying to find room to go, and he's going to be hit and dropped all the way back at the 19-yard line. They may give him forward progress to the 21. And again, Blackhawk trying to get something started, having trouble just even handling the football right now.
Yeah, Blackhawk led by head coach Joe Hamilton in his 18th year of leading the Cougars. Turned in a record of 13-1 this season. Came out of the District 7. They are the Western representative here at Altoona. Cougars advanced last week with a beating of Greenville. They won on the Dustin Levenger 20-yard field goal. And that was the difference in the ball game. Blackhawk gets here with a 9-6 victory over Greenville.
Pitch goes to McGraw, trying to get to the outside. Nothing doing there. Lapidula wrapping him up and pulling the rug out of the 22. Maybe a yard, and that's it. Lapidula shows you why he is one of the best players in the state up front.
Yeah, he sure does. Mark Lapidula, number 61, comes in here, fights off a block, leaps over the blocker, and brings down Tim McGraw. Lapidula went nuts last week at Lackawanna County Stadium. Sacked Berwick's quarterback 3 times, forced a fumble. A tremendous game defensively from the junior Mark Lapidula of Allentown Central Catholic. There, a fine defensive effort from Mark Lapidula, number 61.
They like to slide him around in different places up front, so it's really tough to get a read.
Well, that's right. He might line up at defensive end, at defensive tackle, but you can bet he'll always be in the backfield.
There's Jeff Weaver, the fine senior quarterback for Blackhawk. Full house stack behind him. Weaver, play action, looking, now flushed out. Lapidula chases him. Throws, has a man out there and thrown incomplete. Sean Taylor, a junior, the intended receiver. Coverage there from Nate Davidson, a junior downfield for Allentown.
For that time, Blackhawk flooded the left-hand portion of the field, flooded the left-hand zone with 3 or 4 receivers. And he was going for the deep man. A couple of guys were short. But the ball was overthrown. It's going to be very tough, once again, to throw not only into the wind, but with the wind. You're just not used to throwing in wind conditions of this nature. And it's going to just take the ball and add another 5 or 10 yards to it. The wind is so very fierce. Gusts of up to 30 miles an hour are expected for this afternoon in Altoona.
Matt Shillaju and Mike Sullivan are the wide receivers. Quick draw play. This is going to be Sean Taylor. Shaler pounds to the 26. And he is dropped there by Sean Fogarty, the 5'9", 185-pound senior fullback. And he helps out defensively there, and it's well short of a first down.
Here you're going to see Taylor. The delayed draw. Taylor, initially a big hole.
Got through Jeremy Wells initially.
But he's tripped up. Fine defensive play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 for Blackhawk. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter of play.
Let's go to Bill Richardson down on the side. Flags are down there. Bill?
Yeah, we have a holding penalty that was called by the referee in the backfield. It'll be a holding penalty being called here now.
Well, again, you talk about field position being so,
tackled him.
so important.
59.
Some of the officials, we take you onto the field with our various toys here.
That's not just holding. He said 59 tackled. His intended
Gave him the
tackling.
business. Remember that one?
Yeah.
35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 6-0. Allentown Central Catholic with the lead. Jeff Weaver will bring them up 3rd down and 19 now. Blackhawk all the way back at their own 12-yard line, trying to get it out of neutral. They'll use a pro set. Shillaju and Sullivan are the wide receivers. In motion goes Sean Taylor. They're going to quick kick. And Taylor gets an excellent roll. This is going to work out very well for Joe Hamilton Blackhawk, the head coach of the Cougars. All the way back at the 40-yard line, and the wind keeps it going and going.
Yeah.
Look at that wind. That is now 5 yards old, and I've never seen this before.
It's still going.
Finally.
I think the Blackhawk players are using some science that they learned in high school and creating a tunnel so that the wind kind of shoots between them and keeps the ball rolling. But that had to roll an additional 5 to 7 yards after it hit and bounced and apparently stopped rolling, but the wind just kept blowing it downfield.
Timeout on the field. We've reached the end of the first quarter of play. 55-yard punt off the quick kick. Our score at the end of one here at Altoona's Mansion Park. Allentown Central Catholic 6, Blackhawk nothing. Back with more after this.
Come on home for Christmas with Service Electric Cable TV. Let the spirit of love surround you and celebrate the season in harmony. Merry Christmas and warmest wishes to Service Electric Cable TV. Sends our best.
Lehigh Valley Mall proudly salutes the Central Catholic High School football team, 1993 Eastern Division state champions. Find the best selection of fashions, accessories, and gift ideas to satisfy every personal taste at Lehigh Valley Mall, featuring Macy's, J.C. Penney, John Wanamaker, and over 130 other great stores. Lehigh Valley Mall, located just outside Allentown at the intersection of Route 22 and Route 145 North.
Hi everyone, I'm Jay Johnstone. For over 40 years, Gilboa Ford Mercury Volkswagen has consistently sold cars and trucks for less than any other Ford dealer in Northeast Pennsylvania. That's just not talk. That's according to Ford Motor Company records. With over $6 million in new and used inventory, plus an award-winning service department, why buy from anyone else? So when you're in the market for your next car or truck, just give us a try. Gilboa Ford Mercury Volkswagen, where you'll always get the lowest prices in the bi-state area. Right, John? Guaranteed.
And our Progressive Realty storyline. After one period of play, Central Catholic leads Blackhawk 6-0. The mishandled snap on the punt attempt leading to the first touchdown of the game by the Vikings. And it was 4th down and 6. And you will see the punter right here for the Blackhawk Cougars drop the football, and immediately the Vikings smother him, thus setting up the touchdown run. Let's take you back live now to Altoona.
Welcome back to Mansion Park here in Altoona. 6-0. Allentown Central Catholic with the ball and the lead over Blackhawk. There you see a look down the Vikings sideline. Tim Cramsey, the fine quarterback, will take the Vikings up. Again, the wing T offense, and it's really had Blackhawk off balance thus far. You can see the multiple shifts. Damian Coleman, he's off the top of your screen. Handoff this time going to be Rashawn Drayton. Drayton is going to have some trouble finding some room, and out of bounds he goes at the 30-yard line. In on the stop that time for Blackhawk, big Greg Bloom, and also stringing the play out, Jason Hawk, 6'2", 165-pound senior.
Yeah, number 15 for Blackhawk. That is Matt Shillagoo. He comes in, and he really wrecks the play. Although he didn't make the tackle, he forced Rashawn Drayton to change directions and altered the run significantly, and then got a little help from his mates on the defensive side of the ball. Some negative yardage for a change for Allentown Central Catholic. It'll be 2nd and 13 after the loss of 3.
Into the ball game now, Fran Volpe. He, for now, is the lone setback. Drayton gets it. Now Cramsey going to go play action. Looking back into the pocket. Has time. Packet collapses. Running for his life is Cramsey, and he's going to be hit and dropped all the way back at the 30-yard line. That's probably where forward progress will take it, so there'll be no gain whatsoever. And again, it's a covered sack downfield. He had absolutely nobody open.
Well, that's right. Allentown Central Catholic's quarterback, Tim Cramsey. We saw him on the initial play of the game take the ball upfield after looking downfield for an intended receiver and not finding anyone this time. No one available downfield, so he's just got to tuck it under and try to get some positive yardage out of that ball. But
Jason Hawks and Dave nicely converging on Cramsey, the quarterback. Loss of maybe a half yard that time. 11:06 to go. We're in the second quarter. Allentown Central Catholic leading 6-0. In motion goes Delgado. Reverse goes Drayton to the outside. Drayton tries to get the corner. Has it. 35, 40. Drayton still going midfield. He's still going all the way down to the Blackhawk 40-yard line. A great run by Drayton and a gain of 30. Rashawn Drayton running so very strong in this opening quarter. As we mentioned, coming in with 950 yards, and that carry right there probably puts him over 1,000.
I'll tell you who makes this play work, and that is John Nall. Joe Nall, the tight end for Allentown Central Catholic. He missed it, but it was a nice kick-out block, and it gave Drayton the corner, and he just used his speed to scamper down the sidelines.
Well, once he got that corner, it was open spaces from there. Again, multiple formations behind Cramsey. Delgado in motion. Handoff goes Volpe. He slides over the middle. Flag is down as he gets to the 36. And then he is just walled under an undertow of tacklers that time, led by big Jeremy Myers, the 5'11", 195-pound junior.
While we wait for the referees to sort things out, Allentown Central Catholic, 69 total offensive yards in quarter number 1. A 6-0 lead on the scoreboard. Blackhawk, 1 total yard offensively in the first quarter of play, and that came on the ground. There you see the Volpe
10 yards right here.
moving to punt.
They're trying to Mark Weiss, the 6'3", 290-pounder. There weren't many handles on him in this cold weather. Again, wind chills here about -2. Temperatures are about 20 degrees.
Well, Mark Weiss, we mentioned for Blackhawks, going to be a tough guy to handle and move off the ball. Weiss, 290 pounds, and he's a good one.
10:30 to go. We are in the second quarter. 6-0. Allentown Central Catholic, thanks to a 2-yard run by Jose Delgado late first quarter, has the lead. Multiple motion again. It's Damian Coleman. Delgado. Handoff goes Rashawn Drayton. He's got it over the middle. Slams forward to about the 43-yard line. A gain of 7 on the play. Tackle is made by Chad Wisner, 5'8", 160-pounder. Also there again for Blackhawk was Jason Hawks.
Ball being marked at the 42.
Up front, Todd Worley, number 65, and George Hogan. Look at that hole they open up for
Good
Rashawn
stop there by
Drayton.
Mark Weiss.
They opened up some nice holes in this first half of play for the running backs.
Second down and 11 now. Delgado in motion again. Cramsey looks to throw, play action. Cramsey rolling out, looking for somebody to throw to. Has a man. It's Volpe. Hangs on and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Short of a first down. They needed the 30, about the 30-yard line. He's about a yard shy.
It'll be a 12-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Allentown Central Catholic. The ball inside Blackhawk territory at the 31-yard line.
Good fake there as you saw Drayton deke out his defensive man. 3rd and about a yard for Allentown to keep the drive alive. Ball at the Blackhawk 31. ACC has dominated the football game thus far. 9:38 to go, second quarter. Vikings with a 6-0 lead on Blackhawk. Handoff goes to Drayton. Drayton picks his way to the outside. Now he's in trouble, still alive, and he's got the first down. Well, Rashawn Drayton didn't look like he had much. Something out of nothing to the 28-yard line, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Yeah, it looked like Rashawn Drayton, who you're looking at right there, number 20, improvised a little bit. I don't know if this play was designed to go outside, but he saw that there was no room in the interior, so saw some room outside, kicked it out, picked up the first down. Good heady play by number 20, Rashawn Drayton of Allentown Central Catholic. You know, Tim Cramsey went into this football season, the quarterback for Allentown Central Catholic, with 40 career touchdowns, but his numbers may not have been that impressive this season, but the coaching staff told us, hey, when you can run like this, why throw?
Handoff Volpe. He's stamped out right at the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nothing there. Tackle is made by Jeremy Myers again, the outside linebacker.
Well, it's official. Rashawn Drayton is over 1,000 yards for the year. 9 carries, 72 yards in this ball game so far. He came into the game with 950 total offensive yards this season.
Has a big 30-yard pickup so far on this particular drive. Now you can see the snow flurries beginning to fly around in this 20 to 30 mile an hour wind. Gusts up 30 miles an hour. 8:35 left. We're in the second quarter. Allentown Central Catholic facing second down and 9 at the Blackhawk 27. Cramsey going to throw a little crossing pattern intended for Damian Coleman, and it's incomplete. Ball was really a rope thrown right into that wind, and it just knocked the ball down.
Yeah. Tim Cramsey had to throw the ball right into the teeth of this wind. Look at it, just bat that ball down.
Third down, make it third down.
Well, that thing looked tipped, and that was only wind.
Yeah.
See Tim Cramsey, the senior quarterback, being looked at by a lot of people.
Allentown Central Catholic faced with a 3rd and 9 situation on the Blackhawk 27-yard line. They're 3 of 4 in third down conversions in this ball game thus far. 8:29 to go, first half of play. ACC ahead of Blackhawk 6-0.
3rd and 9, possession down. Drayton goes in motion. Double reverse handoff. Jose Delgado spins off tackle. Delgado's got the 20. First down, a lot more. Delgado, touchdown! Jose Delgado, 27 yards. He found the middle and then darted to the outside, and his speed is good enough to the pylon. And Jose Delgado has his 21st touchdown of the season, and it was a nifty-looking play.
It sure was. This wing T is such a versatile offense. So many men in motion. Jose Delgado takes the handoff inside, then cuts to the outside, racing to the corner of the end zone, and goes in for his second touchdown of the ball game. Allentown Central Catholic's second score of the game, and it's 12-0 Vikings.
There you see it again, and a good fake by Cramsey, and they do that misdirection. They're going for 2 right now. 8:21 to go. Looking at live pictures there. Cramsey back, looking to throw. Throws into the end zone, and it's dropped. And a tough pass to handle in there. And that was Rashawn Drayton. And he had 2 defenders draped all over him. So Allentown Central Catholic still leading 12-0. And again, on a cold day like this, how tough is this to catch?
Well, like Bill Richardson said down on the sidelines, it's like trying to catch a brick. And Tim Cramsey has a very good arm, and you have to gun the ball in there because, plainly put, Rashawn Drayton was covered. There was double coverage on Drayton, but he got the ball in there, but it's very difficult to catch a ball. We saw the punter for Blackhawk fumble a deep snap, which is basically a short pass. It's very difficult to hang on to the rock today.
8:21 to go in the second quarter of play, in Allentown Central Catholic with a 12-0 lead. Check into the sidelines now, and Bill Richardson. Bill, the sun is no longer a factor, and the temperature's expected to plummet now, probably significantly, as this game goes now.
I think you can count on that. Bet the house on it, because it's going to get colder and colder as we go on. The snow flurries they're picking up here still have not become a problem other than the wind that's moving them through. That's a bit of a problem right now, but still not nothing as far as any accumulation or anything like that's going to be a problem. But it is just downright cold. There's just no other way to look at it. And you'd think you'd get used to it by now, but we're on down here and we're not getting used to it yet, and I don't know that we will.
Well, Bill, you look at that ball blowing off the tee, and then you looked at the 55-yard punt that kept rolling and rolling, and it just goes to show you what kind of wind there is and how uncomfortable that has to be to play in. 12-0 the score. Allentown Central Catholic with the lead. A couple of long drives have gotten it done for them, and now they'll use Rashawn Drayton to hold.
A 2-yard touchdown run from Jose Delgado in the first quarter of play, which capped a 3-play 24-yard drive, and Jose Delgado's 27-yard touchdown moments ago has given Allentown Central Catholic the 12-0 lead.
Chad Wissner to the outside. Ball is fumbled. Ball is loose. Allentown's got it at the 24-yard line. The ball just popped out of his arm. I don't think he had any feeling in his arm, and I think that's also happening. And you see the Allentown fans beginning to celebrate. Second huge turnover against Blackhawk. And this ball just fell out of his arm. I think this is just the cold and wind.
It may be. I'm not sure if one of the return men may have bumped into the... Let's see. But yeah, it just popped out of his arm. He had it on the right side. He was carrying it on the right side away from the defenders. He just dropped the ball.
Saramel, a sophomore on special teams. Mike Saramel, 5'10", 190-pound sophomore. And here's ACC on the move again at the 24. Handoff, big Rashawn Drayton. He moves the pile and across the 20 to the 17-yard line. And Allentown has really taken over the football game, leading 12-0, and they're in the red zone again.
After the first quarter fumble punt from Blackhawk, Allentown Central Catholic began that drive on the Blackhawk 24-yard line. After the fumbled kickoff return from Blackhawk, Allentown Central Catholic back on the Blackhawk 24-yard line. After the pickup of 6, the ball is moved to the 18, where it's 2nd and 4 for Allentown Central Catholic at the Blackhawk 18.
For Blackhawk, this is really uncharacteristic. Yep. They had no turnovers the last 3 games. Here, 2 turnovers in the first half. One has already resulted in a touchdown, and the other's threatening to do so.
Oh, that's right. And, you know, they have a defense, too, that has pitched quite a few shutouts throughout the year. 5 shutouts in the regular season, 2 more in the playoffs. And right now, Allentown Central Catholic using the short field, granted, but they've scored 2 touchdowns already.
Delgado trying to cut to the outside, goes in, and then Mark Weiss got him at the 15 from behind with help from his friends. Eric Davis is there, also in on the stop again, and he's been all over the place. Jeremy Myers, along with Greg Bloom. Look at Weiss, 79. He is a load at 290, and he moves very well, very fluid on that front. 3rd and 1 now for Allentown as Tim Cramsey looks into head coach Jim Morgan's in his 2nd year with the Vikings, or 4th year rather. All right, now they'll start with a pro set behind Cramsey. Volpe into the game. Drayton sets up. Multiple shifts for the wing tee. It's fun. Handoff Drayton. He has a first down. Head down to about the 14-yard line. Make it the 13 and a gain of 2. They only needed 1, and that'll keep the chains moving again. And you talk about the line surge that ACC is getting. They are just dominating the line of scrimmage. You'll see it here from the end zone.
Yeah, you sure can. Look at the holes. Any number of 1 or 2 holes up front. And that time, you know, the number 48 for Blackhawk, Sean Taylor, comes up from his linebacker spot and makes a real good stop.
1st and 10, Vikings at the Blackhawk 12. They lead 12-0. Threatening to tack some more on. In motion, Delgado. He's got the carry. Delgado's got blocking in front of the outside. Delgado 5. Delgado to the 1-yard touchdown. They gave him a touchdown. His foot got in. Delgado touchdown. His 3rd today in the first half. He's having a pretty good day. What do you think, Mark? That's 21 touchdowns on the year. This will be the angle that will tell the pylon story.
Well, that's right. There's Jose Delgado stringing it out, just trying to use his speed to catch the corner, and he does just that. And the referees are right there. Did he go out of bounds? Did he get into the end zone? Referee is right there and said, yep, that right foot, rather, got into the end zone before he skipped out of bounds. That's a touchdown. Jose Delgado's 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. He's closing in on 100 yards rushing this afternoon already. And we've got quite a bit of time left in the 2nd quarter. Jose Delgado.
Drayton goes in, and he's got the 2-point conversion. Rashawn Drayton just stormed right over the center. Jeremy Giandomenico, 5'9", 205-pounder, and he's having a whale of a football game, and they ran right behind him. And Rashawn Drayton is home, and all of a sudden, Allentown Central Catholic has exploded to a 20-0 lead against Blackhawk. Look at the touchdown run again.
There's Jose Delgado cutting to the outside and just out-racing the defenders into the end zone. Jose Delgado, 12 carries thus far, 93 yards, and this is the big stat, 3 touchdowns. He's got all 3 of Allentown Central Catholic scores. A 2-yard run, a 27-yard scamper into the end zone, and the one you just saw came from 12 yards out. Jose Delgado, 93 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Came into this game with 18 touchdowns on the year, make it 21. He had 1,061 yards on the season. Rashawn Drayton has joined him in the 1,000-yard club. when you get a pair of 1,000-yard backs, you play football games well in the month of December. And Allentown Central Catholic right now in firm control, 20-0.
Well, that's right. That's what the Allentown coaches were telling us prior to the game. They said, yeah, Tim Cramsey, great quarterback, tremendous athlete, great numbers as a underclassman, but they elected not to throw as much this year, and why not? With some talented backs like Drayton Delgado, when you can run, you run the ball. And that's exactly what Allentown Central Catholic's doing today on a day that you really are going to have a lot of difficulty passing the ball through the air.
This is going to be Mark DeRose. He's got the 30. DeRose to the outside, still alive, and he's going to be hit and dropped at about the 33-yard line.
24, Mark DeRose on the
Well, DeRose probably should have just stayed on the side. He was looking for open spaces through the middle, and then it just kind of collapsed on him. And this is a big, big series now for Blackhawk. They've got to try and get something positive going offensively and maybe get some points before this half is done. Again, look at his decision-making here.
Well, that's right. Blackhawks got to keep their defense off the field for a little while, string together a couple of first downs, and just give their defense a little bit of a breather. They have not gotten any break from the offense or the special teams in this ball game. Fumbled punt, fumbled kickoff return has greatly set up Allentown Central Catholic.
Sullivan will line up at a wide receiver. Handoff goes Jeremy Myers, the big fullback. He lunges forward to the 39-yard line. Gain on the play of about 2 or 3 yards. Not much more than that.
On the carry for the Cougars.
In on the stop, Will Edwards for Allentown.
Made by number 51, Will Edwards. Gain of 5 on the carry will bring up 2nd and 5.
20-0 the score. Central Catholic leading. 4:50 to go in the second quarter. 2nd down and 5 now for Blackhawk. Jeff Weaver, their fine senior quarterbacks, only lost 1 game as a starter. They try a double reverse handoff. This is going to be Chad Wisner, and he's going to be strung out well short of a first down. He's got the 41.
Chad Wisner on the carry for Blackhawks.
It's a lot of double handoff for just a yard.
Yeah, you mentioned Jeff Weaver, number 5. He is a good quarterback. Rutgers seriously interested in Jeff Weaver, the Blackhawk quarterback.
Bring up 3rd down.
Good defensive effort from Allentown Central Catholic.
Central Catholic's Jeremy Wells, 6'1", 195-pounder, is the one stringing it out at the defensive line position. Down to 4:09 and counting to go. We're in the second quarter of play. Shillaju and Sullivan will line up to one side to the bottom of your screen. It's going to be Weaver, short drop looking. Lapadula's got him down. He goes with authority at the 33-yard line. Mark Lapadula. We mentioned 3 sacks and a fumble caused a week ago in their 13-8 win against Berwick. He's off to a rousing start a week from now here in Altoona.
Yeah, he sure is. Central Catholic's Mark Lapadula was into the backfield almost with the snap of the ball. Here he comes. Jeff Weaver taking the quick drop, but he doesn't even have time for the 3-step drop. There's Lapadula shedding his blocker and making the sack. Mark Lapadula. Great defensive play. Mark Lapadula, number 61 of Central Catholic.
4th down, they'll punt. This time they get it away. It's a low line drive, 9-iron shot. This time the wind will kill it at the 39-yard line, and that's where Central Catholic will go back on offense, leading 20-0. They have dominated every phase of the football game thus far. Our sideline man is Bill Richardson, and Bill, you talk about cold today and this turf. It's held up very well considering we had a lot of rain yesterday and snow flurries and wind chills of 2 below today. Bill?
That's true, Jed. One of the things about this stadium and playing here at Mansion Park is the fact that the turf we're talking about is a polypropylene surface. It's an artificial turf, a carpet, and there's actually drainage with sand here, and these lines are painted on it, and it is actually drained out. It's in pretty good shape today, and they're ready to go at it.
Ramsey has just completed a long pass downfield to Damian Coleman, the 6', 185-pound senior. We'll get the yards for you. We're tabulating that. Well, he had the wind to his back, and you don't miss a thing thanks to our guys in the truck. 45 yards, and look at this. Look at this bomb.
Here's Cramsey into the teeth of the wind, and I'm telling you, that takes some arm strength to heave a ball like that into the wind. And the receiver just went on a straight fly right down the left-hand portion of the sidelines. And a great throw by Cramsey has Allentown Central Catholic knocking on the door once again.
Central Catholic, 2 men in motion. They better stop. Only one guy allowed. Everybody's in place. Handoff goes to Delgado. He's got 3 touchdown runs today. Stutter steps once, twice, and gets to about the 13-yard line. Gain of 4. Boy, Delgado's had such quick shifting feet, and that's what the coaching staff for Central Catholic told us about. That's so impressive about him. You could see it right there, something out of nothing.
Boy, just when Central Catholic, the ground game's working so well, Tim Cramsey, the quarterback, fades back and throws the home run ball, and here's Delgado getting a nice block once again.
Look at that lower body strength he has. They're back in action, 2nd and 6. Handoff, second man through, Rashawn Drayton, big hole over the middle. Drayton pounds his way inside the 5 to the 2-yard line. And Central Catholic's just having their way with Blackhawk right now. They do anything they wanted to.
You know what impresses me about Drayton and Delgado? These running backs, they have great instincts. They follow their blockers very well, hit the holes. Not only that, they care for the ball very well. 2 arms over the ball.
That's John Griffin, number 77. He's a senior, 6-footer, 330 pounds. Now, this could be the jumbo package here from the 3-yard line officially.
He's that...
Look at him line up there on that line of scrimmage. Full house stack. Handoff goes Volpe. Volpe still fighting. Volpe to the goal line, and I think he's short. There he is right there. What does the stat we just got? He can squat 700 pounds.
More than twice his weight.
He's a 330-pounder.
Brought down by number 18, Mike Sullivan, along
Big Jack Griffin, 330 pounds. He's a senior.
Look at, he just burrowed his man right there to the left of your screen. See ya.
He just pancaked that guy, and
goal from the 1.
They ran away from Griffin, actually. He's still in the ball game. Allentown's Central Catholic team.
54 seconds remain, and timeout on the field. Want to remind you as well that you can relive all of the moments and the magic moments from the 1993 PIAA Football Championship for years to come. Order your official PIAA Football Championship videotape today. Each VHS tape will contain 1 game of your choice along with full-color commentary and band performances. Cost of the tape, $21 plus $4 for shipping and handling. You can call 1-800-382-1392. That's 1-800-382-1392 to put your order on Visa or MasterCard, or send check or money order to the PIAA, 550 Gettysburg Road, P.O. Box 2008, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, 17055. Order your tape today. 20-0 our score. Allentown Central Catholic in control of Blackhawk. Back with more in Altoona after this.
Face your future with today's choice, Northampton Community College. Northampton has the largest dental hygiene enrollment in the state, with students from 13 counties.
I know I'll be ready to practice when I graduate.
Our daycare center offers a positive influence on children, their parents, and students of early childhood education. Face your future with today's choice.
Service Electric Cable TV, proud to support the Central Catholic Vikings and all the Valley's high school and collegiate teams. Throughout the year, Service Electric Cable TV 2 Sports is proud to present tape coverage of 3 local sporting events each week. TB2 Sports, with dual slow-motion instant replay and expert commentary, is the place to be for local sports and the Valley's best cable TV reception. Service Electric Cable TV, don't be home without us.
And welcome back to Altoona's Mansion Park, site of the AAA PIAA State Championship High School football game between Central Catholic and Blackhawk. It has been all Central Catholic thus far, with 54 seconds left in this first half to play. 20-0, the Vikings leading the Blackhawks on 3 Jose Delgado touchdowns, and the Vikings are knocking on the door once again. It's 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line.
From the 1.
Gotta wonder with this cold whether or not this could be the knockout punch in this game. Delgado's going to get the carry, looking for his 4th touchdown of the day, and he is in the house again. Jose Delgado in from a yard out, and they make it look easy. Well, the big bomb from Cramsey.
Here you're seeing it from the field level. Right on the line, Jose Delgado. See what I mean about taking care of the ball. Both arms over the ball so that a defender cannot strip the ball away and create a fumble. Delgado just buries his way into the end zone for his 4th touchdown of the afternoon. It's 26-0 Central Catholic over Blackhawk. 6 carries, 4 TDs for Jose Delgado this afternoon.
Pretty good ratio. What do you think? They're going for 2 again. They've missed a couple of extra points. They're trying to get back on even terms. Handoff going to be, I think it's Volpe who got the handoff, and there was nothing doing. Mark Weiss got him at the line, and with 50 seconds to go here in the first half, Central Catholic in control by a score of 26-0 over Blackhawk, who are reliving a nightmare of a year ago when they lost to Berwick 33-6 here in Altoona in the championship game as well.
The Blackhawk Cougars just have to get something going offensively, string together a couple of plays. They do not have a first down as of yet in this ball game. Their first possession, 3 downs, and the punt was blocked. Second possession, 3 downs, and a punt. Here's the touchdown once again as Jose Delgado scoots into the end zone from 1 yard out. That's his 4th touchdown, rather, of the afternoon.
And a reminder that the
good stick in the end zone. Fortunately, referee's already, unfortunately for Blackhawk, the referee's already got his arms in the air as Jose Delgado on the board with all 4 Central Catholic touchdowns. Delgado's touchdowns have come from 2 yards out, 27 yards out, turned in a 12-yard run, and that one from 1 yard out. Jose Delgado, 6 carries, 4 touchdowns this afternoon for Central Catholic.
We'll check in with Phil Richardson here momentarily. Phil, the one thing I've noticed is that the Blackhawk players jumping up and down, they seem very, very bothered by the cold weather.
Very bothered by the cold weather, just like everybody down here. But the thing is, the Vikings have got so much heat going on just because they've got some things happening that it's not been a problem for them. But the Blackhawks got the work to do in the next quarter.
Blackhawks' Chad Wisner's got it. Across the 15, Wisner full-headed steam and slammed down at the 20-yard line. Lapadula is there on the stop special teams-wise with a lot of help from his friends also down there for Central Catholic. Frank Gallagher, 5'8", 170-pound senior.
Earlier, we were talking about Blackhawks' possessions throughout this first half. 3 downs, and the punt was blocked. Next possession, 3 downs and a punt. Kickoff was fumbled. Then 3 downs and another punt. Total yardage, Central Catholic, 200 total offensive yards. Blackhawk, -2.
So we have the football now at the 21-yard line. Handoff going to be McGraw. We haven't seen McGraw a lot. He's to the 31-yard line. McGraw has about 7 or 8 yards. 17 seconds to go till halftime. And it has been all Central Catholic from the opening gun. They came in a slight favorite. And there's McGraw. Now, here's a young man with a lot of skills, Mark.
Yeah, he's a 1,000-yard rusher on the year. McGraw, kind of a shifty-like type runner, as Delgado, that time stopped by Central Catholic's defense. And the half ends.
Well, it's been all Central Catholic so far from start to halftime, and the Vikings storm back into the locker room in firm control of the football game. The PIAA Boys AAA Final. Our score at halftime, Allentown, Central Catholic 26, Blackhawk nothing. We're back in Mansion Park with more after this.
Meridian Asset Management congratulates the Allentown Central Catholic football team, winners of the Pennsylvania Class AAA Eastern Championships. We wish the Vikings the best in this state championship game. We're rooting for you. Remember, whatever it takes.
The Lehigh Valley Mall proudly salutes the Central Catholic High School football team, 1993 Eastern Division state champions. Find the best selection of fashions, accessories, and gift ideas to satisfy every personal taste at Lehigh Valley Mall, featuring Macy's, JCPenney, John Wanamaker, and over 130 other great stores. Lehigh Valley Mall, located just outside Allentown at the intersection of Route 22 and Route 145 North.
Hey, Bob, what's wrong with you?
Nothing. Today's my birthday. I had a couple of drinks, and now I'm going to drive home.
Why, you can't drive in that condition, don't you know? You're not allowed to drive and drink.
I'm perfectly all right. There's nothing wrong with me.
You trust me to get my truck, I'll haul you home.
Ah, you're making something out of nothing.
Just remember what I always say.
What?
Don't be a dumb bunny. Get home safe to your honey.
Oh, boy.
From everyone at ABE Car Care, please, don't drink and drive.
The police have a difficult job, and it can be frustrating sometimes when the cases they work on go unsolved. Now there's a way you can help. I'm Rob Vaughn. Watch Channel 69 News on Mondays at 5 and 7, and you'll see the Lehigh Valley Crime Stoppers Unsolved Crime of the Week. Your anonymous tips can help police solve local crimes. The program works. Be part of it on Mondays at 5 and 7 on Channel 69 News.
This halftime report is brought to you by Teamsters Local 773, proud supporters of Lehigh Valley football.
And you're looking at a live shot of Altoona, where right now Central Catholic is all over Blackhawks Cougars at 26-0 at the half. Hello again, everybody. Jim Brinson live back in the Channel 69 Sports Studios. And in the first half of play, Doug and I in the pregame comments reported to you that it would be the Vikings defense that would most likely be the difference in the game. And boy, oh boy, has that really held up so far in the first half.
If anybody thought that win over Berwick was a fluke, they're crazy after watching how Central Catholic came out against Blackhawk in the first half. This really is a national caliber top-ranked football team.
Absolutely, and of course it was Jose Delgado. He had 4 touchdowns here in the first half of play, but in the win over Berwick last weekend, it was a different running back who happened to be the star.
Yeah, the guy's name was Fran Volpe, and what a story he was. He missed a lot of the season with an ankle injury, but he came back and certainly made his presence known against the Dogs.
Now we're seeing how the Vikings...
In Central Catholic's win over Berwick Saturday, the Vikings went to a secret weapon.
Volpe again. First down and more. Touchdown, Vikings.
I guess you could say that, the fact that he didn't know that Francis was really available to us.
Who was that masked man? That's what Berwick is asking themselves right now. Volpe
That masked man was Fran Volpe, and the reason why a lot of people hadn't heard of him is because he missed almost half the year with a broken ankle. The Berwick game was his first game back.
All the rehab and stuff was all just to come back and do whatever I could for the team and just try to do my best. It was real tough just because that I couldn't be a part of it, like all the big wins like against Easton and back at 2, but it was just kind of depressing that I wasn't able to be out there with the team.
As an opponent coming into Central Catholic, you have to worry about Francis just as much as you do about Jose and Rashawn. I think that's where Berwick got caught up in worrying about Jose and Rashawn too much, and Francis ran him up the middle a lot.
But this whole secret weapon thing didn't change practice much. Volpe did a lot more blocking than ball carrying. Still, his teammates appreciated his performance Saturday.
A lot of people were actually telling him when he hurt his ankle to forget about football this season and just get the ankle ready for wrestler, because he's a wrestler. He has a shot to go places in wrestling. But he kept telling himself that he's coming back for football, and he had faith in the team to go on to the time when he could come back. And I mean, it was just great to see him do that job. He's just a great kid,
Well, it's just that, I'm not fast, but when we have a great offensive line, and when they're opening up holes that big, just about anybody could run through those things.
As you can tell, success has not changed Fran Volpe. In Allentown, Doug Wright, Channel 69 Sports. And Jim, success really hasn't changed this team much. There's suddenly celebrities walking down the hallway at their high school, probably anywhere in the city, but these guys have kept their heads, kept on an even keel, and you can see by the first half that these guys were focused for this game.
Absolutely, and by the way, there's another place, Doug, where they are big-time celebrities, and right after this commercial timeout, we're going to take you to a local Central Catholic hangout where the fans are pretty excited about what they've seen so far.
Turn on Service Electric Cable TV. We were the first to lead the way. The pioneering spirit is still with us today. Channel after channel, we bring you more of what you want to see is on Service Electric Cable TV.
Channel 69's coverage of this state championship football game between Central Catholic and Black Hawk High School is being brought to you by these sponsors, proud supporters of all Lehigh Valley football teams.
Since 1842, Ye Old Limeport Inn has served neighbors and travelers alike. This charming country inn nestled in Limeport is just 4 miles west of the I-78 and 309 Saucon Valley Road exit. Enjoy fine dining with an upgraded menu of fresh seafood and prime rib. Let Chef Nace prepare his veal and fruit of the season chicken specialties. Dick and Kay McGowan also invite you to relax in their outdoor courtyard with Irish cheesecake and a specialty coffee. Call Ye Old Limeport Inn for reservations, serving lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday.
This holiday season, give the gift that really does keep on giving. The Lehigh Valley's all-new and expanded dining and recreation discount book, Dynamite 94. Dynamite offers hundreds of buy one, get one free offers on everything from fine dining to your favorite fast foods. The travel section has half-off hotel rooms and savings up to $150 when you fly U.S. Air. It's the perfect holiday gift. For guaranteed Christmas delivery, call 1-800-248-DINE or send $25 to 2200 Hamilton Street, Allentown, 18104. Order today.
This halftime report is brought to you by Teamsters Local 773, proud supporters of Lehigh Valley football.
And welcome back, everybody. It is nice and warm here in the Channel 69 Sports Control Studios. It's a little chilly, however, in Altoona with the wind chill at -3 and snow headed in that direction. Big-time snow because we've been watching our weather wire. In the meantime, it is a 26-0 advantage for Central Catholic over Black Hawk, which is located just north of Pittsburgh up by Beaver Falls. And right now, we're going to take you to a local hangout where our Jeff Fisher is standing by at the Jordan AC with about 2,000 of his closest personal friends.
You can hear the crowd here is really pumped up. Fans out there are having a good time. They're cold, but in here it's nice and warm, and they're having a fantastic time enjoying the first half, one that was dominated by Central Catholic. And I don't think you'll find a person in this bar that didn't enjoy that first half. As you can hear in the background, we are the champions, and that's the theme song here at the bars. Let's take a little walk around here and talk to some of the people that enjoyed this first half. What'd you think of it?
We not only got the best bartender in the state, we got the best team in the state.
Did you think the team would play this well in the first half?
I thought it'd be a closer game, but I'm happy the way it's going. I hope they do a good job in the second half again. Another 20 points in the second half.
Move back here a little bit. Number 22, no, this isn't Jose Delgado, but he's been here leading the cheer.
We are in a super. They're playing like they played like they are. They are champs.
You've watched this team for years and years. Is this the best ball club you've ever seen?
It's football, yes. Basketball, they're always the champs. Football, they're here now, and they'll stay that way for the next couple of years.
What do you think of the second half here? Do you think the team can keep it up and maintain the shutout?
Oh, yeah, they got too much speed for them. Yeah, they got an awesome first half, and they should keep up in the second.
Well, I'll tell you what, they have just had a great time here, and I'm sure things are going to keep this way. How do you guys think you're going to celebrate once the final seconds tick off the clock?
With enthusiastic.
We're going to get a free drink.
All right, Jim. Well, things are really going well down here. Like I said, it's nice and warm in here. And we've got a little guy here. Are you a Central Catholic fan?
Yeah. Better believe it.
They start them young here, Jim. They're having a great time. And I think when it's all said and done, this place will be hopping even more. Back to you guys.
All right, Jeff. Thanks very much. Have one on us. All right, we are at the halftime break. When we return, Doug and I will have the first half highlights right after this.
The affordable portable Motorola pager. The perfect way to stay in touch while you're out holiday shopping. Oops, gotta go. It also makes a great stocking stuffer.
Motorola pagers from Lehigh Valley Page. Get your stocking stuffers from the retail store nearest you. They're available at Luco Cut Rate Easton, Take 5 Visual Sound Systems Allentown, H&R Auto Radio Service Allentown, La Favorita Grocery Store Bethlehem.
You've had an automobile accident and you need the Fender dentist now. Supreme Auto Body will tow your car from the scene of the accident back to Supreme. You'll get a free estimate of repairs by one of the staff of licensed auto appraisers. Supreme can also provide you immediately with a rental car while your car is being repaired. Supreme deals directly with all insurance companies to give you hassle-free service and a written warranty. The Supreme team is celebrating over 60 years of automotive excellence, and Supreme Auto Body is AAA approved. Trust your car to Mike Fonzone, the Fender dentist at Supreme Auto Body. Get out of the cold and head for the fun with Fling Vacations Winter Values. Once the playground of Mayan kings, Cancun's sun-splashed beaches warm the hearts and ignite the soul of those fortunate enough to plan a Cancun fling. New World glamour combined with Old World charm makes your Nassau or Freeport fling a vacation to remember. For an unspoiled taste of Caribbean life, a Turks and Caicos fling is as close to paradise as you'll ever find. See your travel agent for our 25th anniversary specials. And remember, a fling vacation is fun.
Fast, accurate, and continuous. Not just every 15 minutes, but constantly. Channel 69 News Storm Center Update. A computerized listing of all area school delays, cancellations, and weather information. Sponsored by Lehigh Valley Mall, who knows that it takes a great selection of stores and services to satisfy every personal taste. Storm Center Update. Fast, accurate, and continuous.
This halftime report is brought to you by Teamsters Local 773, proud supporters of Lehigh Valley football.
Well, the weather outside is frightful, but inside it's quite delightful.
Sure it is.
And if you're a Central Catholic fan, you're pretty pleased at what you saw in the first half.
An outstanding first half for the Vikings. And Blackhawk, a team that doesn't give too many things away, but in the first half, Blackhawk had some trouble very early on when they attempted a punt in the harsh conditions. You can see the ball kind of flutters up there to the punter. It gets away, and Central Catholic had its first break of the game, getting the football deep in Blackhawk territory. And then Jose Delgado took advantage, getting in for the score. The extra point was no good, but it was 6-0 Vikings, and the fans were loving it. How about that Central Catholic D? Mark Lapadula just throws away the blocker and makes an excellent tackle. Now, this is a big play coming up here by Sean Fogarty. This could have been a first down carry. Fogarty was the only guy that could stop him, and he made a great one-on-one tackle right there. Blackhawk had only 1 yard of offense in the entire first quarter of this game. Central Catholic on the ground just did an outstanding job. The Vikings, Rashawn Drayton going down the right sideline. That run topped the 1,000-yard mark for him. And how about Delgado again with the spin move, breaking away, 27 yards for the touchdown. That was his second of the day. And we saw a lot more from Delgado before this thing was over. After his third touchdown, finally they unleashed Tim Cramsey, the quarterback, and Cramsey fires one deep, and Damian Coleman runs under this thing and makes a great catch. Coleman's reception would set up Central Catholic's fourth touchdown, and the fourth by Delgado just before halftime. Here is the run by Delgado, and the Vikings pounding Blackhawk 26-0 at the half.
Yeah, you know, the weather basically seemed to play maybe into Central Catholic's hands because Blackhawk seems to be more troubled by the conditions, obviously, than the Vikings.
Well, you knew Central Catholic was in good shape because after the first quarter, they had the lead after going into the wind. And then when they had the wind behind them, they really started to run up the score.
They really did. We're going to take a commercial break and then come back with a final comment after this.
Service Electric Cable TV, proud to support the Central Catholic Vikings and all the Valley's high school and collegiate teams. Throughout the year, Service Electric Cable TV 2 Sports is proud to present tape coverage of 3 local sporting events each week. TV2 Sports, with dual slow-motion instant replay and expert commentary, is the place to be for local sports and the Valley's best cable TV reception. Service Electric Cable TV, don't be home without us.
Meridian Asset Management congratulates the Allentown Central Catholic football team, winners of the Pennsylvania Class AAA Eastern Championships. We wish the Vikings the best in this state championship game. We're rooting for you. Remember, whatever it takes.
To create a whole new breed,
we took some of the world's most advanced tire technology and simply mixed it with a little water. Introducing the longest-wearing all-season radial Armstrong's ever built. The 60,000-mile Evolution. Clearly, the evolution of the species.
You can purchase quality American-made Armstrong products at these Fred Midland Auto Service and Discount Tire Centers.
This holiday season, give the gift that really does keep on giving. The Lehigh Valley's all-new and expanded dining and recreation discount book, Dynamite 94. Dynamite offers hundreds of buy one, get one free offers on everything from fine dining to your favorite fast foods. The travel section has half-off hotel rooms and savings up to $150 when you fly U.S. Air. It's the perfect holiday gift. For guaranteed Christmas delivery, call 1-800-248-DINE or send $25 to 2200 Hamilton Street, Allentown, 18104. Order today.
And welcome back, everybody. Quick comment. Will it continue the way that it was in the first half?
I don't know how it can. If Central Catholic can keep running the football like they have been, and if they don't turn the football over, I don't know how Blackhawk has a chance to come back in this game. We could be looking at a state title winner right here in the Lehigh Valley Central Catholic.
Okay, fine. We're going to come back and kind of get things moving again as we get ready for the second half. Quick reminder, it's CB West and North Hills in the 4A state title game. We are not televising that game, but it will begin at 6 o'clock in Altoona. Let's take you back live now to the PIAA feed in Altoona.
Mansion Park in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Super Bowl weekend of high school football here in the Keystone State. Boys AAA final today, and it's been all Central Catholic. Allentown with a 26-0 lead against Blackhawk. And Mark, it's a bit of deja vu for the Cougars, who a year ago lost his championship game to Berwick 33-6, and things have not gone well in the opening 24 minutes. Not only is Allentown Central Catholic rolling on the scoreboard, the stat page is all Central Catholic as well.
Yeah, it sure is.
Ooh, that was ugly.
One measly first down for the Blackhawk Cougars, 7 total yards of offense, and 200 total yards of offense for Central Catholic of Allentown. And Jose Delgado, 6 carries. On 4 of those carries, he took the ball into the end zone. 4 touchdowns from Jose Delgado. And he's not the leading rusher on the team thus far for Central Catholic. Rashawn Drayton has cracked the 100-yard total. He's got 105 on 14 carries. Tim Cramsey, the quarterback of Central Catholic, 3 of 6 in a very tough condition here at Altoona's Mansion Park. We mentioned the cold and the wind. It's not getting any warmer as the day wears on, and the wind seems to have died down slightly to begin this second half of play.
Well, one thing, not only is it a cold day, our wind chill factor at kickoff today was -3 degrees. Temperatures are going to fall down, and there you are looking right through the helmet at the Allentown Central Catholic side of the field, and Central Catholic appears to be on their way to a state championship in AAA, 24 minutes away. If things go according to Hoyle, or if they play like they did in the first half, should be no problem. Our man on the sideline today is Bill Richardson. And Bill, we kind of have like a Bud Grant feel on the sidelines, as there is absolutely no heaters. Absolutely. Remember the old Minnesota Vikings when they played in 0 wind chills like today? There's nothing there. And today, Bill Richardson's freezing along with everybody. Bill?
You're right, Jed. It is very cold here. We've been talking about it throughout the time. But the big thing that we're finding down here is that the guys on the sidelines, at least on the Vikings sidelines, are staying warm by playing some pretty good football right now. The Blackhawks have a little bit more of a problem. They've got to get started, and they've got to get it going now real quick. The Vikings just want to keep doing what they're doing, is playing the basics and just keep pounding the ball. And they're very happy with the idea of just going in and playing smash mouth football for this second half.
All right, Bill Richardson is working the sideline for us here. Jed Donahue along with Mark Shuey. Also would like to welcome WFMZ in Allentown, looking on hometown Central Catholic today, and I'm sure there are a lot of smiles back in that studio with a 26-0 halftime lead. And to add insult to injury, Mark, Central Catholic gets the ball.
That's right. As the wind blows the ball off the tee, Blackhawk, of course, wearing the white jerseys, gold pants, gold helmets. Central Catholic, green jerseys, white pants, green jerseys. Central Catholic, 4 touchdowns from Jose Delgado in the first half of play, and they begin with a fresh 12 minutes on the clock to begin quarter number 3 with a 26-0 lead over Blackhawk, the Western representative in the PIAA Boys AAA Final.
Dustin Levenger kicks it. Delgado has it at his own 11-yard line. Delgado with 4 touchdowns today. Slithers across the 30 to about the 32-yard line, and that's where Central Catholic will set it up. First down and 10 to open up the third quarter, leading 26-0 in an absolutely frigid day here in Altoona. Here's Delgado again, and we see how shifty he is in the open field.
Yeah, Delgado, he will cut it to his right, get some blocking up front, but stumbles. And that enables the kick return team from Blackhawk catch up with Delgado. Not bad field position nonetheless for Central Catholic. They'll set up shop at their own 31-yard line.
Again, a multiple wing offense, so you'll see all kinds of different type motion. Handoff going to be Delgado, slithers across the center to the 35-yard line, and a gain of 3. And the center today, Giandomenico, a 5'9", 205-pounder. Jared Giandomenico has just been outstanding, and here he has another block.
Yeah, that whole offensive line has done a tremendous job for Central Catholic this afternoon.
See George Hogan, 6'6", 230. You look at Mark Lapadula, 6'3", 245. They've just been dominant.
Gain of 3 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7 situation from the 35-yard line.
Opening minute here of the third quarter. Central Catholic will send Drayton in motion. Rashawn Drayton's got the ball. Drayton follows his blocking and picks his way to about the 40-yard line, short of a first down. He needs about the 41.5. So it'll be third, and we'll call it a long 2.
Well, here's the difference between a tailback and a guy who just runs the ball. Drayton waits for his blockers, has a hand on the back of his one blocker, and waits for them to set up the block so that he can gain more positive yardage. That time, good defensive play by Blackhawk, but Drayton, good field presence to let his blockers set their blocks before making his move.
Drayton with over 100 yards so far in the game. He's over 1,000 on the season. He only needed 50 coming into the football game, and he's over the 1,000-yard mark, giving Central Catholic 2 of them. One of them the football here. That's Delgado, and he spins through the revolving door to about the 47-yard line, and he's got a Central Catholic first down. Tackle is made by Sean Taylor, the 6'4", 180-pound junior for Blackhawk.
Well, they only needed 1 yard. Delgado got a whole lot more, thanks once again to that offensive line. This time a tremendous push from the left side of the line. Delgado picked the hole, gained more yardage than he needed. It'll be a 1st and 10 at the 47. Ball approaching midfield.
9:50 to go. We're in the third quarter. There you see that multiple formation is Ganal and also Damian Coleman moved. This is going to be Drayton again. Drayton to the outside. Going to be hit and drop, but he still keeps his feet moving and gets across midfield of the Blackhawk 49-yard line. Tackle is made by Eric Davis of Blackhawk. He was the first man there, also helping out Jeremy Myers again. Those 2 young men have had an outstanding day on defense for the Cougars.
Here's Rashawn Drayton coming from the left-hand portion of your screen, taking the handoff, finding a hole, and picking up 4 yards before he's finally brought down by the Blackhawk defenders. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6 inside Blackhawk territory at the 49-yard line. 9-10 and counting. Third quarter of play, 26-0 Central Catholic over Blackhawk.
Doesn't look like he gets much. Delgado gets the carry. He's the motion man. Delgado trying to get to the outside, shifting feet, still alive, and then he's going to lose a couple of yards. Kind of an undertow. Have you ever stood on the edge of an ocean and just kind of felt the waves kind of pounding in? That's what Delgado felt right there, and he had nothing but white jerseys around him.
Yeah, nothing doing here. He tried to cut it outside, and the defense of Blackhawk, they did a great job. He wanted to reverse field. But at that point, you just go down with the ball, try to protect the ball, go back to the huddle and go get him next play. 8:30 counting here at Altoona's Mansion Park on a cold, blustery day, and some December weather in Altoona. Well, you're going to get this. Third down conversions for Central Catholic this afternoon. They are 6 of 7. Very successful percentage.
Reverse handoff. This is going to be Delgado again. Delgado trying to shift around, gets midfield to the 49, and then is walled under there by Jim Haig, 6', 200-pounder. Also helping out on the stop that time was Greg Blum. 8:06 to go, 26-0. Central Catholic with a lead.
Well, this is exactly what the Blackhawk defense needed, just to stop Central Catholic from getting the first down, get the offense on the field, and
flag is down as well. Might be a hold.
On the flag, 15 yards. 15 yards from the flag. Back it up.
Just like college football, high school football, the 15-yard penalty or any infraction of that kind. Let's go down on the field.
On the offense. Repeat third down.
That's a big one all the way back to the 31-yard line. That will create 3rd and 26. Well, they'll have to hit the big play now to keep the drive alive.
Yeah, and keep that third down conversion statistic so gaudy. 6 of 7. They've got a 3rd and 26 to convert to try to make it 7 of 8.
Well, Rashawn Drayton will line up. He's to the top of your screen now at a wide receiver spot. First time he's done that today. Delgado also floods the zone. They're going to hand it off to Sean Fogarty, only his 4th carry of the day. Fogarty's usually used as a blocking fullback, and Central Catholic elects not to risk the air, and so they will punt it away. I think this is their first punt of the day. It is their first punt.
Sean Fogarty seeing some action. Banged up in a traffic accident earlier in the year, but he's 100%, we're told.
26-0 Central Catholic as they punt on their opening possession of the second half. Kick by Jim Groller is up. Takes kind of a weird bounce, and Blackhawks going to have excellent field position at the Central Catholic 45-yard line. And again, you see the effect of the wind. It just knocked that ball right down.
That's right. A 13-yard punt from Central Catholic, and providing Blackhawk with their best field position of the afternoon to start a drive. 7 minutes and 1 second to go in this third quarter of play. Blackhawk looking to do something offensively. 7 total yards of offense in that first half of play for the Cougars of Blackhawk.
Central Catholic still eats up almost 5 minutes of the clock, despite only crossing a yard over into Blackhawk territory to the 49.
That's the way they started the first drive of the game.
This is Tim McGraw. McGraw is stacked up after maybe a yard or two. On top of there is Nick Cheeto. Check that, that's Terry Fairclough. He's a 5'9", 210-pound junior for Central Catholic. Also there was Labadula.
Yeah,
Mark Labadula is a guy that, you know, we knew we were going to be impressed by him, Mark, but he's even better in person than on film. Last week, as we mentioned, had three sacks against Berwick, caused a fumble. He is a one-man wrecking crew up front.
Yeah, and you don't know where he's coming from. He might line up at the defensive end spot. He might get in the down position as a tackle.
Shilju, Weaver back again, looking, has a man, and it is dropped by Sean Taylor.
And Jeff Weaver pressured heavily with Blackhawk quarterback by, guess who, number 61 of Central Catholic, Mark Lapadula, in the backfield once again.
Well, Central Catholic is just dominating all phases of the game.
Yeah, that's right. You mentioned Central Catholic's drive, which stalled at approximately midfield. It chewed 5 minutes up off the clock. Well, that's the way they started the game. They marched the ball 58 yards in 12 plays, chewing up 6 minutes on the clock. Didn't get any points, but a long drive like that, time-consuming drive like that, is very valuable to a team nonetheless.
Wind is really picking up now. Gus, we were mentioned anywhere up to 30 miles an hour. Pitch goes to Sean Taylor. Taylor's got the 40. Taylor head down and a first down for Blackhawk, I believe, at the 35.
Yeah, he should have it.
Without too much of a problem. Gain on the play there of about 9 yards. So Sean Taylor with the best run of the day by Blackhawk. That'll take it all the way down to the Central Catholic 35-yard line.
Blackhawk's second first down of this ball game is Sean Taylor. Ran the ball toward the outside, far side of the field. Picked up 9. Good enough for a first down for the Blackhawk Cougars. It'll be 1st and 10. The ball in Central Catholic territory at the 34-yard line.
Mike Sullivan also into the game as Shilaju at a wide receiver spot. They'll stack him up to the wide. Here's Weaver back under heavy pressure. Weaver gets Taylor, catches it. Taylor's got open spaces 30, make it 25. Head down and pummeled at the 21-yard line. And I believe we've got a player down, and that's going to be Jose Delgado. He had his bell rung temporarily. He was the man that saw Taylor at the end of that run, right around the 25-yard line as we look at it again.
This is a great play, Jack. They line up 3 wide receivers all to the right, and then take Sean Taylor out of the backfield, and he cuts under the wide receivers, and you can see he's got a lot of open spaces around him.
Look at that hit by Delgado. He almost knocked himself out. It is 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Blackhawk handoff, the big fullback Jeremy Myers, and he rumbles across the 15 all the way down to the 12-yard line, and it's close to a first down, a gain of 9. Jeremy Myers running tackle to tackle, and they ran behind big 290-pound Mark Weiss.
Yeah, that's big Jeremy Myers, 200-pounder himself. Jeremy Myers, he's a touchdown machine for Blackhawk, cracking the end zone 20 times this season. Time Myers rambled for 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 for Blackhawk, their most successful possession of this ball game thus far. You can see the snow is picking up as well, and the wind is so stiff the snow is coming down almost horizontally.
26-0, Central Catholic with the lead. Officials trying to put a dry football out there and trying to keep it at the line of scrimmage. You can see the big guys moving around. In motion goes Taylor. The lone setback is Myers. Back goes Weaver to pass. Weaver looks, has a man open. Taylor turns too late and can't hang on. Would have been a tough catch. Coverage there from Ryan Seagreaves, 5'7", 160-pound senior.
Well, that time, Blackhawks quarterback Jeff Weaver was throwing with the wind, and you can see how this ball sails a little bit on Weaver. Weaver, not the big drop, and it tries a touch pass, just a soft pass, but it just sails over the intended receiver, Sean Taylor, incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for Blackhawk, the ball resting on the Central Catholic 12-yard line.
That's like trying to catch a bowling bag or something. I mean, that is a tough play.
Without the handles.
4:09 left, 3rd down and 1 as Blackhawk threatening for the first time this afternoon. Trailing 26-0, showing blitz is Central Catholic, and I think they jump. I think you can pretty much count on this going against the Vikings. Let's go down to our sideline man and Bill Richardson. And Bill, a little bit over anxious as they look to show blitz there right at the line.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen, Jed. They're going to say right now that he got a little over anxious and jumped on the line. One of the things we'd like to talk about while we have a break, however, is the wind you've been talking about. We're going to try to get a shot of the flag around the corner over here. As you look up at the flag there, you'll be able to see how quickly it's starching out and how volatile it is. It's moving around. The wind is actually swirling here, and as they get ready to go back out here on the play, they're going to be going right into it.
1st down and goal at the Central Catholic 7. Weaver keeps it himself. Weaver is going to be pounded down. I believe it's Lapadula on the stop. And boy, was that just a muscle play by Mark Lapadula. I mean, that was a tackle with an attitude, and he arrived at the scene.
Yeah, and Jeff Weaver, the quarterback for Blackhawks, getting up a little slowly. Weaver, that's a design play. He called his own number. And Weaver brought down hard by Mark Lapadula.
And good pursuit as well from that defensive line to set it up. That may have been a broken play. That might have been intended for Jeremy Myers, the fullback, and Weaver's kind of walking a little bit gingerly back into the huddle.
Yeah, Jeff Weaver, 26-2.
See him there favoring that leg, a little bit of a limp.
Yeah, Jeff Weaver just lost 2 ball games as a quarterback for Blackhawk. 26-2 his record.
Handoff goes to big Tim McGraw, their tailback, out of the eye, and he slams inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Not much more after that. Joe Ganolan in the stop, 6'2", 200-pound junior. Clock continues to melt down here in the 3rd quarter. 2:50 and counting. 26-0 Central Catholic as you look at some inside the 10 stuff.
Yeah, there's Tim McGraw finding the only hole that was available.
Well, he does not look like he is moving well at all, Mark.
No, not at all. His mobility has certainly been decreased by that hard tackle from Mark Lapadula down towards the goal line. This is Jeremy Myers' territory, I would think. Blackhawks' big bruising fullback. Blackhawk at the 4-yard line.
3rd and goal from the 4. Handoff going to be McGraw trying to get to the outside. Head down, nothing doing. In on the stop, Sean Fogarty, the 5'9", 185-pound senior. Also helping out Harold Fairclough again, the 5'9", 210 outside linebacker. He's a junior. And here you see Central Catholic firing off the line of scrimmage.
Watch Sean Fogarty here. He comes up from his defensive back spot, number 32, makes the tackle one-on-one and stops Tim McGraw in his tracks. Huge defensive play on a 3rd down situation.
And then the gang tackle right after the initial hit. And then it's just a feeding frenzy around the ball. 1:50 to go. It's 4th down and goal, Blackhawk. A loss of a yard back to the 5-yard line. The lone setback is Sean Taylor. McGraw stays into the game. He'll line on a wide receiver spot. Pitch back goes Taylor. Nothing doing. Fogarty's got him at the 11. Sean Fogarty, a sensational defensive series. The final 2 plays of that drive. Number 32 in green. He was outstanding.
That's right. Sean Fogarty wrecked the last 2 breaks.
Off of the play back to the 11-yard line.
have a look at that play. What a super effort by Fogarty.
Sean Fogarty out of his defensive back spot just absolutely wrecked the tail end of that Blackhawk drive.
And you can relive the magic moments from the 1993 PIAA Football Championship for years to come. Order your official PIAA Football Championship videotape today. Each VHS tape will contain one game of your choice, along with full-color commentary and band performances. Cost of the tape, $21 plus $4 for shipping and handling. You can call 1-800-382-1392 to put your order on Visa or MasterCard. Or send your money order to the PIAA, 550 Gettysburg Road, P.O. Box 2008, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, 17055. It's all Central Catholic, 26-0 over Blackhawk for the boys. AAA championship, 1:38 left, third quarter. Back with more after this.
Come on home for Christmas with Service Electric Cable TV. Let the spirit of love surround you and celebrate the season in harmony. Merry Christmas and warmest wishes to Service Electric Cable TV sends our best to you.
Face your future with today's choice, Northampton Community College. Why Northampton?
They train you to take first English classes, then you take the other regular classes.
The tuition's not too high for a person who would be struggling to get through school.
A lot of good programs for a lot of students, and I would tell a friend to come here.
Here at Mansion Park in Altoona. Welcome back, Mansion Park, Altoona. Central Catholic dominating gun-to-gun so far. Minute 38 to go here in the third quarter. Central Catholic with a big defensive stand, snuffing out Blackhawk, who had a first down and goal at the Central Catholic 7. Handoff going to be Delgado to the outside. He's got 5. Delgado to the corner, 20, 25. Head down and across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Jose Delgado for 21 more yards.
Well, he looks okay after getting the receiving end of a hard hit on the defensive side of the ball one series ago. Jose Delgado takes the ball, finds a lot of open spaces to the left side, and uses the far side of the field and his speed for a big gainer. First down yardage. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line for Central Catholic.
Tim Cramsey, the quarterback, he has the pockets to put his hands in to try and keep him warm. Rashawn Drayton on set. They're going to go with a big fullback. This is Volpe. Fran Volpe had a 40-yard touchdown run a week ago against Berwick. 106 yards against Berwick a week ago. 4 touchdowns. Final 50 seconds of the third quarter. Not bad for what's thought as a third-string tailback or fullback.
Now, Fran
the depth this team has.
Yeah, Fran Volpe also missed a significant portion of the season for Central Catholic with a broken ankle, but he's back here playing in Altoona, trying to be a part of a championship football team for Central Catholic. The boys and girls basketball clubs have state titles to their credit. Now they're trying to get some football hardware in the trophy case.
Delgado stops, starts, dashes across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Gain of 4, about a yard shy of a first down. Might be close enough, though, for them to measure. One thing, Bill Richardson, as we go back to you on the sidelines today, you know, when you're trying to tackle a runner, it gets exceedingly difficult because of this particular wind chill factor. It's -3, and it's very tough to get a handle on anybody.
You're right. It's very hard to hold on to anything down here, whether it be a 260-pound running back or if it's just the football itself. Now, they're going to make this measurement right now, and both squads are taking the time to get some signals called in here from the sidelines and so forth. We're going to look right down the line at it. We've got the look, and it's first down, as you see. So now they're going to get back at it again, and the Vikings are coming right back out and ready to play and do the job. So, but you're right, trying to hold on to anything down here, whether it be the microphone I have in my hand, the football, or somebody plowing along here just trying to move down the sidelines. There's not much to hold on to. The hands aren't working. It just doesn't do it today.
Final 10 seconds being counted off here in the third quarter. I think Central Catholic content to put a fresh 12 on the final 12 minutes on the clock. Central Catholic in firm control as we make the turn into the final 12 minutes. PIAA AAA Championship here at Mansion Park in Altoona. Fourth quarter action coming up. It's Allentown Central Catholic 26, Blackhawk nothing. Back with more after this.
Meridian Asset Management congratulates the Allentown Central Catholic football team, winners of the Pennsylvania Class AAA Eastern Championships. We wish the Vikings the best in this state championship game. We're rooting for you. Remember, whatever it takes.
The Lehigh Valley Mall proudly salutes the Central Catholic High School football team, 1993 Eastern Division state champions. Find the best selection of fashions, accessories, and gift ideas to satisfy every personal taste at Lehigh Valley Mall, featuring Macy's, JCPenney, John Wanamaker, and over 130 other great stores. Lehigh Valley Mall, located just outside Allentown at the intersection of Route 22 and Route 145 North.
See all you want to see. Turn on Service Electric Cable TV. We were the first to lead the way. The pioneering spirit is still with us today. Channel after channel, we bring you more. More of what you want to see is on Service Electric Cable TV.
All right, the Progressive Realty storyline as we get ready for the start of the fourth period. 26-0 Central Catholic on top of Blackhawk, and it has been tough defense in the second half by the Vikings, and of course the running by Jose Delgado. 4 touchdowns in the game for the Vikings, and they lead at 26-0 as we get ready for the final stanza of play. Right now, let's take you live down to the Jordan AC and see how the Viking fans are enjoying this game right there. Oh, yeah, they're still there, and the crowd is getting larger. Speaking of large, let's go back now to the PIAA feed in Altoona.
2-0 over the Cougars of Blackhawk. Welcome back, Mansion Park in Altoona. 26-0 as we are getting ready to start the fourth quarter of play. Jose Delgado, as we've mentioned, some of the numbers are downright frightening, and all favors the Vikings as they break the huddle.
4 touchdown runs from Jose Delgado this afternoon. 1 from 2 yards out, a 27-yard scamper, a 12-yard TD run, and 1 from 1 yard out.
Handoff goes to Rashawn Drayton. He spins his way across the 45 to about the 48, gain of 4.
Well, in that third quarter of play, Blackhawk more than quadrupled their offensive output for the entire game as we look at Rashawn Drayton find the hole before it's closed. Gain of 4 on the play for Drayton. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6. Total offensive yards for Blackhawk in quarter number 3, 29. They went into this quarter with 7 total offensive yards.
Ball at the 48. Tim Cramsey, the quarterback, senior. Delgado, the motion man. Cramsey going to hand it off. Rashawn Drayton again. Head down. He's got midfield. That's about all. Tackle is made underneath by Jeremy Myers. He's the Burrow man on top of the stack there, getting up for Blackhawk.
Yeah, a lot of big beef slugging it out there at the line of scrimmage, and there was really no room for Rashawn Drayton to turn it upfield. As we see one of the participants of this boys AAA PIAA Championship high school football game from Altoona's Mansion Park.
Terry Fairclose had a great game defensively today for the Vikings. Pro set now behind Cramsey as Drayton goes in motion. Cramsey play action, looking, going to throw, has time. Now the pocket collapses. Cramsey looking for an outlet man. It's going to be Drayton. Positive yardage to about the 46-yard line, a gain of 4. And it's close to a first down, maybe close enough to measure. And you got to give Cramsey credit because he was really under the pressure to unload.
That's right, he was. And he didn't lose his head. He was actually looking downfield. He was looking for receivers who had run a deeper route. But the safety valve was Rashawn Drayton. And he found the seam. As you look at Tim Cramsey, fakes the handoff, starts rolling right towards the near sideline. And there are 3 receivers downfield, all covered. Good presence of mind for Cramsey to find the open Rashawn Drayton in the seam. It's close enough for a measurement. That's what the officials are doing right now.
Go to Bill Richardson here momentarily. Again, you know, usually sometimes you see the heat blowers or the heat warmers. Today it's first down. You see it there.
By half a ball.
But there is nothing down on those sidelines other than nature itself, and it is frigid. As we mentioned, a wind chill factor at game time of -3. It's going to probably plummet as the day goes on here in Altoona.
You know, you get into the 4th quarter of a championship football game, and your 3rd down conversions, when you're successful 7 of 9 times, chances are you have a good shot at winning. Central Catholic, that's their percentage, and they're up on the scoreboard 26-0.
We'll go down to Bill here momentarily. It's Delgado, the motion man. Handoff, Fran Volpe, the big fullback. He's through the door to the 40-yard line. Big hole left side again, and blowing it wide open that time was the coach's son, Jim Morgans, 5'11", 220-pounder. Watch Morgans there.
Yeah, Morgans, number 66, just takes his man and just drives him to the field, opening up that big hole for Fran Volpe. Pickup of 5, 2nd and 5 from the 41-yard line. It's kind of easy when you start your first down play. Pickup of 5, 4. That's what Central Catholic has been successful in doing throughout the afternoon here in Altoona.
Volpe for now, the lone setback behind Cramsey. Delgado's going to get the carry, has some guys to the outside. Delgado 40. Delgado stutter stepping, trying to find something out of nothing, and does to the 35-yard line. Bill Richardson, as we go to you, again, we mentioned there are those heat blowers down there. This is some tough weather, not only to play football in, but to cover a game like this is equally as rough as well.
That's true, Jed. In the past, when we've come down here, we've seen heaters on the sidelines and things like that, but this time nobody's going up with that kind of heat. The only heat they have is what they can generate themselves. They are using small packets that you put inside gloves and things like that. You break and they have a chemical packet in it. It also actually provides you some heat. It's a small packet just like this. It goes inside the glove and gives you just a little warmth chemically, and that's about the only thing we can do to help you stay warm down here.
8:45 to go as Central Catholic rolling, ball on the 35-yard line. Cramsey, handoff. And there's a loss on the play of about 3 or 4 yards. It's going to be Volpe on the carry. They're giving the credit to Jason Hawks on the tackle, 6'2", 165-pound senior.
Yeah, watch this. Volpe was just met head-on by the defensive end. That's number 85, Jason Hawks in Blackhawk. Nowhere to go. Got a lot of help, as you can see. So, no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Delgado, by the way, got a first down on that last run of his. 8:12 and counting. That's how much time has to elapse from the clock, and Central Catholic will have a AAA championship.
Cramsey, play action, back again, throws, has his man Rashawn Drayton over the middle. Drayton takes a tackler inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. A pickup of 16 more yards. Good play action that time from Tim Cramsey, and Drayton gets open over the middle.
Yeah, Drayton coming out of the backfield. Cramsey starts to roll to his right. Sets up. Guns a nice tight spiral right on the numbers to Rashawn Drayton. Excellent route, good execution in very tough field conditions for Central Catholic. They're marching again. Another first down for the Vikings. 1st and 10 at the Blackhawk 19-yard line. 4 Jose Delgado touchdowns has given Central Catholic a 26-0 lead here in the 4th quarter.
They're on their way to the state championship in AAA. Going to be Drayton on a reverse carry. Drayton to the outside. Drayton's got the 15. Foot race to the 10. Head down, still alive. Inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. Goes Rashawn Drayton in another strong run. That time 14 more.
Watch this great instinct from Rashawn Drayton. He comes up and he kind of gives a nice juke here to the corner. Turns it outside, freezes the corner, and continues upfield for more positive yardage before finally being brought down inside the 10-yard line. It'll be a 1st and goal situation for Central Catholic at the 5-yard line.
There's my man again out there. That's Jack Griffin, 6 foot 330. The jumbo package.
Yeah, bench presses 700 pounds.
Squats or something like that?
Yeah, squats 700 pounds, I'm sorry, yeah.
He benches 700 pounds. He's going to the Olympic Games.
Yeah, that's right.
Handoff for Sean Drayton again. Drayton slithers forward to about the 3-yard line. Bill Richardson, he's kind of a hero to the fans. We're talking, of course, about Jack Griffin, the 330-pounder up there. He seems to draw a roar from the Allentown fans when he goes into the football game, Bill.
There's a special jersey that is not like the others. It's made a little bigger so they can get around him. But he's out there, and he does get a good reference when he goes out. And wearing that big number 77, they know exactly when he's in the game. They're ready to go.
How do you move a guy like that? 330-pound Jack Griffin lining up.
We saw him pancake a couple of guys, and he was in the second quarter. Handoff right through the middle. Delgado's going to go in again. His 5th touchdown. Jose Delgado is having a day he'll never forget. This time he roars home from 2 yards out, and here's Jose Delgado in the house again.
Jose Delgado just cuts it outside, scampers into the end zone untouched. Another 2-yard touchdown run from Jose Delgado. 13 carries, 77 yards for Delgado on the afternoon. Delgado's first touchdown came from 2 yards out. That one that you just looked at, also from 2 yards out. Jose Delgado, 5 touchdowns on the afternoon.
And Kozak set to kick the point after, and it is up, and it is good. Timeout on the field, 6:37 to go. Allentown Central Catholic has blown out to a 33-0 lead against Blackhawk. Back to Mention Park in Altoona after this.
Face your future with today's choice, Northampton Community College. At Northampton, you'll find the full battery of both degree and specialized computer training options.
I'll get my associate's degree in a few weeks, and I already have a job waiting for me. I couldn't have done it without Northampton.
Why Northampton?
I wanted to make a change in my life.
Affordable. Face your future with today's choice.
Service Electric Cable TV, proud to support the Central Catholic Vikings and all the Valley's high school and collegiate teams. Throughout the year, Service Electric Cable TV 2 Sports is proud to present tape coverage of 3 local sporting events each week. CB2 Sports, with dual slow-motion instant replay and expert commentary, is the place to be for local sports and the Valley's best cable TV reception. Service Electric Cable TV, don't be home without us.
Have resulted in a 33-0 lead with 6:37 to go in the football game. And I think it's safe to assume that Central Catholic is going to win the state championship in AAA. High kickoff going to be fielded this time by Chad Wisner. Wisner flies across the 20 and has the 28-yard line before he's walled under.
Well, Central Catholic has been noted as a basketball powerhouse.
As has Blackhawk. They have had some great years. Dante Calabria a few years ago is in North Carolina now. They won the state championship in AAA. Of course, Bill McCaffrey, as we watch the replay again. And in the girls program, Michelle Marciniak, who's now currently with #1 ranked Tennessee.
3 state titles between the girls and boys of Central Catholic in basketball. And the boys in football here are about 6 minutes and 20 seconds away from putting some football hardware in the trophy case at Central Catholic High School.
And about ready to put the sneakers on and go play basketball. Some of these players.
Yeah, that's
anyway.
right.
Looking at 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Back to throw goes Weaver, tipped at the line of scrimmage. I think getting a paw on at that time for Central Catholic was Big Todd Worley. We'll see on the replay who got his hand up there. That'll stop the clock with 6:02 left.
How tough has it been for Blackhawk this afternoon? 4 first downs, 36 total offensive yards for the Cougars in the entire ball game.
Real tough on Jeff Weaver.
No,
that's
untouched.
Just a win.
That's untouched.
Wow.
That's the win.
His hands, you can see Weaver. He's really struggling.
He's a good
He got hit
quarterback.
by Lapadula.
Yeah.
Late in that 3rd quarter during their big threat. Pitch back, Tim McGraw. Trying to get to the outside. McGraw head down, and he is punched out of bounds by Jose Delgado. Boy, Delgado plays a physical type game at that quarterback spot.
You know, we were talking about Jeff Weaver. He is a good quarterback, over 1,200 yards passing this year. As we look at Tim McGraw, number 2, the tailback, trying to string
stick
it
at
out.
the end of this mark by Delgado.
Yeah, he does take a pop, Tim McGraw. Helmet to helmet.
We'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Jeff Weaver being heavily recruited by Rutgers University. Weaver, 1,200 yards passing, 14 touchdowns on the season.
His brother Scott was a starter for Illinois to begin the season before losing that job to Johnny Johnson. But Scott Weaver was had a sensational camp in the Big 33 workouts a couple of years ago. Double reverse handoff. You're looking now at Chad Wisner trying to get to the outside 30. Wisner's got 10, 15, head down, midfield, and out of bounds he goes. First down, Blackhawk. Well, they're going down swinging despite trailing 33-0. They'd like to try and at least get on the board.
20-yard gain from Chad Wisner. Great execution on this play as you're right there on the line of scrimmage with us.
By number 21, Ryan Seagrave.
See the double handoff, and Wisner takes it to the near sidelines, using his speed to get around the corner and turn it upfield for a pickup of 20 yards. 1st and 10 for the Blackhawk Cougars. Nose of the ball right on the 50-yard line. 5:41 to go in this ball game. 33-0. Central Catholic. Jose Delgado, the fine tailback for Central Catholic. 5 touchdowns on the afternoon.
Going in motion now for Blackhawk is Sean Taylor. You're in the 4th quarter. Weaver dropped the ball. It's still loose. I think Central Catholic's covered. And again, you talk about the freezing cold. The ball is just, his hands are numb. And it's now to the point where you're really just not even concentrating on football.
Oh, we mentioned at the outset that Central Catholic has performed very well in inclement weather. They beat Easton, Bethlehem Catholic, and Berwick last week in sloppy field conditions. Here, Jeff Weaver just losing the handle from the snap. It's the first time we've seen that today, but earlier we saw Blackhawks punter drop a deep snap. So it's very difficult to keep a hold of the football this afternoon.
I think Will Edwards was the man on the scene there. Got a new quarterback into the football game. Get that for you in a moment. Carrying the ball and carrying it well this time is Nate Davidson. And Davidson explodes across the 35 all the way down to the 32-yard line. Ken Eisenhardt is into the ball game at quarterback. 6 foot, 205-pound junior. His head coach, Jim Morgans, is going to clear his bench now.
Oh, we just got word that, guess who jumped on that loose ball and recovered the fumble? Mark Lapaduca, Allentown Central Catholic. Lapadula, he's
6'3", 243 pounds.
He's been all over the place this afternoon for Central Catholic, number 61. Creating heavy pressure for quarterback Jeff Weaver of Blackhawk throughout the afternoon. That time picking up the loose change, recovering a fumble. First turnover of the second half of play.
Jim Groller into the game at a wide receiver spot. Central Catholic on their way to the state championship. Handoff, second man through, this time going to be Frank Gallagher, and he's got the 30 to the 29-yard line. Well, it's been a very impressive performance today by Central Catholic. They established themselves in that opening drive, chewing up a lot of the clock, and the line of scrimmage has been their domain since the opening gun today.
Yeah, here's the junior quarterback, Ken Eisenhardt, with the handoff. We asked some Allentown Central Catholic coaches earlier, when did you know that you had something special here? And they said 2 years ago when we saw the freshman class. Very talented group of juniors. They're going to be very good next year. The thing they're concerned about is the depth.
Ryan Seagraves, he cuts back to about the 25-yard line. Clock continues to wind with 3:45 left. They'll stop the clock now to unstack the pile.
They
have a motion penalty here.
Number 50, Jim Haig.
You run the wing tee, bring in some new personnel, and sometimes somebody's shifting when they shouldn't.
Looks like Central Catholic's well on their way to a perfect unbeaten season. Came into this game at 13-0. Leading now 33-0, 3:47 to go. Illegal procedure is the call going against the Central Catholic Vikings. For Blackhawk, they will exit this season with a mark of 13-2. Their only defeat coming at the hands of Hopewell in week number 5 in the regular season.
3:35 left to go in the football game. Handoff to the outside. It is going to be Nate Davidson again, and Davidson's got some big yards.
There's the Viking. Or is that Santa? I'm not sure.
I like that ribbon action on one of those horns there.
There's the handoff once again as Nate Davidson, another junior, 6 foot, 170 pounds, picks up 6 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 2 for Central Catholic, once again in Blackhawk territory at the 24.
Seagraves again, and he moves the pile forward for a couple of yards. 2 minutes and 50 seconds separate Central Catholic from their first state championship in AAA. In a dominating performance, and the players are beginning to celebrate. And Bill Richardson, as we go to you right now, the players know that it's basically a done deal at this particular time and have known for a while.
Well, I think they feel it is. They're beginning their celebration. A lot of the first stringers are out sitting here on the bench, and they're getting to get their celebration started well, too. And we got a lot of folks here, and the fans behind them will start to celebrate pretty quickly as well. So, yeah, I think they are starting to realize it's just about over and almost done.
Hey, Bill, they're going to let you borrow that Santa suit over there in the green next to you.
I'm going to ask it.
For the second game.
I'm going to ask him if I can borrow it for the game tonight. I may need it. It's going to be a lot warmer than what I got on right now.
Where'd he find that ribbon? What I want to know.
Big smiles on the face, too, in front of Bill, on the faces of Fran Volpe and Sean Fogarty.
Ball at the 22-yard line. Ken Eisenhart, the junior quarterback, in for starter Tim Cramsey, who had a great day. It's good to be Central Catholic today because they have just dominated everything.
Here you're going to see Jack Griffin go to work. Look at big 330-pound Jack Griffin fire off the line. And they're running right behind him.
And then they put another guy on 79. That's how much is that? That's almost a quarter of a ton right there. When you put Mark Weiss, who's 290 pounds, and Griffin, who's at 330.
That's not moving the pile. That is a pile.
It's a mountain right there. Ball is at the 18-yard line. We have 1:55 left. Look at that matchup right there where Griffin lines up for Central Catholic, because Mark Weiss is 290, and that's his man.
Yeah, Mark Weiss, 290, going against Jack Griffin at 330.
Guess if we didn't have any thunder in the forecast, we probably will now on those two lock leather.
Play game. That's the offense. Repeat, second down.
Hey, you hear the official calling, and I'll tell you, the officials deserve a lot of credit. We were in the locker room a little bit at halftime, and they got to stand out there and get this done, too.
Yeah, they sure do, and they were crowded around their locker room at the half. These guys must have 5 layers of clothing on this afternoon.
Handoff going to be Seagraves. He slips through one tackle and gets inside the 20, back to the 19-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. 33-0 the score. Jose Delgado, the big story today, with 5 touchdowns, and I have a feeling that's a new PIAA playoff record. I got to, without even looking at the book, know that could be a Bookham deal.
There's Seagraves.
There's the Central Catholic coaching staff. Boy, I saw a lot of their fans in the hotel earlier today. They had brought a bunch of people down for this big moment in their school's history. To the outside, this is the ever-shifting Frank Gallagher, and Gallagher's got his head down and positive yardage all the way to the 12-yard line, and he's got 7 more. Big Frank Gallagher. Check that. That's not Gallagher. That's Nate Davidson.
There's Nate Davidson. Doing some nice work in a backup situation. Nate Davidson just trying to string it out, going one-on-one there with the outside linebacker. Eludes the tackle. Gets a couple of more yards before he's finally brought down. 1st and 10 for Central Catholic at the 12-yard line of Blackhawk.
Handoff going to go to Ryan Seagraves. Seagraves head down. He's got the 7 or 8-yard line. Clock continues to wind. 40 seconds to go. And Allentown Central Catholic is your state champ in AAA with a resounding performance here in Altoona. They have dominated from gun to gun. And they are definitely, without a doubt, #1
Yeah, they're whooping it up on the Allentown and Central Catholic sidelines, whooping it up in Allentown, I'm sure, as well. 20 seconds to go.
Eisenhart. Handoff this time, and cutting through and moving is Frank Gallagher. Touchdown! Allentown Central Catholic is in again with 10 seconds to go. It is 39-0. Well, the backups, they're not running it up here, that is for sure. The backups are just as excited to see it. And look at this power play.
That's Nate Davidson, or is that Frank Gallagher? Frank Gallagher, number 33, just takes the handoff. He was stopped momentarily at the line of scrimmage, but then just fought his way into the end zone for Central Catholic's 6th touchdown of the afternoon, the only one that has not been scored by Jose Delgado. And that is Frank Gallagher with what should be the final score of the ball game with 10 seconds to go.
On for the conversion right now will be Brian Kozak. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 39-0. 40-0 rather. Central Catholic. Look at the touchdown run again. Gallagher.
Here comes Frank Gallagher. Takes a couple of shots at the goal line.
Watch the celebration begin.
Everybody's just going to fall on Gallagher in the end zone. Here comes big Jack Griffin, 330 pounds, and he's going to lay on someone.
Well, an impressive drive. The junior, Ken Eisenhart, gets it done and leads them into the end zone. Eisenhart, a 6'5", 205-pound junior.
What a great running day for the tailbacks, the offensive line of Central Catholic. I don't think you could plan or execute a better rushing game than Central Catholic has this afternoon in the AAA championship game. 294 yards rushing this afternoon for the Vikings of Central Catholic.
Bill Richardson, as we go to you, this is a great moment for this school in their history. A 40-0 lead against Blackhawk, and everybody's just ready to go and get the trophy and go home, I think.
I think so, Jed, and as you can see, the trophy is there. They're waiting for it. The helmet is showing the Allentown Central Catholic team next to that trophy, and I think they're making room for their case for it back at school right now. Meanwhile, out in the field, they still got 10 ticks of the clock to kick off. Last night's game, when we were out here, we had 1 second left, and we had a downpour. I think you're going to have a downpour of emotion, but that's about it. With 10 seconds to go, they're ready to get this one over with and head home for the celebration waiting for them there.
Central Catholic leading 40-0. They're on their feet on that side of the field. Their fans are celebrating a state championship in AAA. It's been great bringing this game live as well to WFMZ in the Allentown area. I know a lot of people watching us today. It's been great having you. That bounces off a Blackhawk player, and it's finally covered. 6 seconds to go. Have one more snap, and then that'll do it. They may not even bother. Just start the clock, and that'll be it. 40-0 will be our final as soon as they take care of some housekeeping at the line of scrimmage. Officials are going to wave it off. Timeout Blackhawk. Okay. That's very interesting. Bill, what do you make of that timeout right there? Is there anything that's been indicated right there as far as what they want to do?
No, it's more a matter, I think, Jed, of they wanted to get a couple players in who weren't going to get in otherwise. They want to make sure everybody who hasn't played is in the game, things like that. Nothing more, nothing serious than that. It's just a matter of let's get everybody in, give them a chance to say they played in the game.
And maybe tell the kids, remind them, hey, keep your composure. Yeah, we were defeated here, but you know, when the whistle sounds, let's you know, shake hands, keep your composure, walk off the field. It's been a great season.
Once again, we ask your cooperation.
Good call. You can really see the flurries.
Don't follow the game. We'd like to conduct our award ceremony just as soon as possible.
Yeah, the 40-0 the score. Central Catholic 5 touchdowns today from Jose Delgado and Frank Gallagher. Goes in from 7 yards out. New quarterback is Steve Wetzel for Blackhawk. Full house stacked behind him. Could be the final play. It's going to be. Handoff goes to the winding Brian Bloom, and that'll do it. Allentown Central Catholic is now in the book with a 40-0 victory and a state championship in AAA. Impressive performance by the Vikings today. As the scoreboard will indicate, 5 touchdown runs from Jose Delgado, and they're celebrating big time. They have every reason to be marked. They dominated start to finish. This wasn't even close.
Yeah, they did. The offensive line really opened up some huge holes for Delgado and Rashawn Drayton, who did most of the work, getting 294 yards on the ground for Central Catholic this afternoon. Jose Delgado, as you mentioned, 5 touchdowns, a 2-yard run in the first quarter, which capped a 3-play, 24-yard drive. In the second quarter alone, Delgado cracked the end zone 3 times. A 27-yard touchdown run. Delgado then answered with a 12-yard touchdown run and busted into the end zone from 1 yard out with 54 seconds left in the first half for a 26-0 lead at that point. Then Delgado came back in the fourth quarter with a 2-yard touchdown run, capping a 12-play, 89-yard drive. Ball control offense. That's what it was all about for Allentown Central Catholic this afternoon, and it earned them the state championship in AAA football.
All right, a lot of thanks to our crew today. Bill Richardson has worked the sideline. Bill, do you have any thoughts for us as you see the celebration unfold down there?
Not at all, Jed. All I can say, it was a great football game to watch from the Allentown Central Catholic perspective. They got a great game out of a number of players, and I think the emotion is going to be one that they'll remember for the rest of their lives as they're wrapping this game up. But the fans are waiting to come out and celebrate with the team. The team will be coming out in just a minute, and we'll be watching this one wrap up. Let's go back up to you guys.
All right. For Mark Shuey and our entire crew, George Zurich, who kept the stats for us, and a lot of thanks to you, WFMZ. 40-0 our final. Allentown Central Catholic annihilates Blackhawk to win the AAA championship. Have a good afternoon, everybody.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Channel 69 Sports Control. Jim Brinson, Doug Wright. I guess it was pretty easy for the Vikings. At least they made it look easy.
I don't think anybody thought it would be this easy either. 40-0. This is the best team in 3A from Western Pennsylvania, where they're supposed to have all the outstanding high school football we've heard about. But Central Catholic went out and proved the Lehigh Valley can get it done too. And how? 40-0. How about that picture?
Yeah, I guess what they said about after the Berwick game, that everybody felt that was the state championship game, really proved to be correct.
It certainly turned out to be that way. You know, coming out of that game, Jim Morgans, we talked about it during the pregame show, he was concerned that his team maybe would suffer a letdown against this team because the Berwick win was so emotional. Berwick was ranked number 8 in the country, the defending high school national champions, but Central Catholic certainly was focused in this one, and they proved to everybody that Berwick win was no fluke. This is one of the best high school football teams in the country, but of course we'll never get to really see how they would do against teams from other states, but I don't think many people could handle this team.
It's ironic because everybody clamors for a playoff system in college football, playoff system in high school football, but obviously that'll never happen. They'd be playing until March. Oh, they would. Yeah, they would with all the teams. And Jose Delgado with 5 touchdowns.
An unbelievable game. You know, they keyed on him quite a bit. Berwick High School did in that win over the Bulldogs, but Jose Delgado able to run free, also Rashawn Drayton. Those two guys certainly showed their speed and their ability in this game over Blackhawk. What a way to end the season.
All right, so the state 3A title now does indeed belong to Central Catholic. When we come back, we will show you all of the highlights in a moment.
The Lehigh Valley Mall proudly salutes the Central Catholic High School football team, 1993 Eastern Division state champions. Find the best selection of fashions, accessories, and gift ideas to satisfy every personal taste at Lehigh Valley Mall, featuring Macy's, JCPenney, John Wanamaker, and over 130 other great stores. Lehigh Valley Mall, located just outside Allentown at the intersection of Route 22 and Route 145 North.
Channel 69's coverage of this state championship football game between Central Catholic and Blackhawk High School is being brought to you by these sponsors, proud supporters of all Lehigh Valley football teams.